Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Jeff was asking me 5 minutes before this live stream whether or not I have an intro, and the answer is no.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
But we don't need intros here on the vidIQ channel audit live stream, do we? All we want is for you to join us here for the next couple of hours as we share our wisdom, our experience, our knowledge of the YouTube world to help you grow your channels. Hello everybody, I am back. I do want to say a huge thank you to Dan for holding the fort last week. He did an excellent job, made sure none of the microphones were muted, so I thank you very much for that, Dan. I am, of course, Rob Wilson, your fearless guide through the next couple of hours. And here at vidIQ, we are the YouTube tool, the YouTube channel, and the YouTube Learning Academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. And as always, I could not do it with a gaggle of co-hosts. And yeah, Dan, I just want to say thank you very much once again for hosting last week. Was it a fun experience?
It's always a fun experience.
Awesome.
It's always great.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And of course, we will be co-hosting tomorrow as well for our wonderful webinar with Emily D. Baker, but more about that perhaps a little later. We also have in-house the Lego building extraordinaire, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing all right. Glad to be here. Happy to be back on the stream.
I'm seeing that you still have the Mandalorian ship in the background. Has that been constructed yet?
Not yet. I have nowhere to put it yet.
Yeah,
so
that's the
as
problem, isn't
it? Yeah, location is important when it comes to Lego building. So you have to have somewhere to place it, or else you're going to build it and then it just sits on your desk and collects dust.
Location. And joining us this week is a very special guest as we continue to widen the vidIQ family. JJ, welcome to the vidIQ channel audit live stream. How are you doing?
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to knowing a bit more about you later on, as well as auditing some channels. But as always, we do need to say a big hello to everybody joining us here in the live stream. And if you are on the replay, just let us know in the comments below where you are in the world. And like, when are you watching this? Was it like a couple of hours after, the following day? We'd really like to know. Dan, I'm going to let you kick it off with some hellos to our wonderful audience who's watching today.
Sure. It looks like we have lots of people watching. And guess what? We're almost at the amount of likes to viewers, which is awesome. You know.
Yeah, but hopefully that's going to change. Hopefully that'll change.
As I say some of these names, as I say your name, just go ahead and withdraw your like. And here we go. Monkey Gamer is here. We have Frogman Gameplay. Simple Smoothies. Gotcha Life Reacts. I see. Oh boy. Okay, it's moving again. Let's pause it. There we go. Nobes, Jude the Pro, and Cubanormal, something like that.
Yeah. Although it's really frustrating when the chat is going so fast, it's kind of like we're victims of our own success. So I think we have to take that in our stride. Jeff, who are you saying hello to?
First of all, we got short reviews in the house, so shout out to them. Also, Mr. Zeekman is in the house. How's it going, man? How you doing? And last but not least, Gingeromatic.
And I am going to say hello to the Rogue Squid, also Mystic Matt, Holly Luna Kai, Life with Camille, and all of our moderators, of course, Zenzarius, Michael Shiro, and any other moderators who are in here but I haven't yet seen. And last but not least, we could not do this live stream without who we're going to pick here, Legend for 1K. Thank you for joining us, everybody here. Now, a quick question for you in the chat. Do let us know if you are brand new to these live streams or relatively new. I know I was looking at the chat a little bit beforehand and somebody was saying that they were here for their 12th consecutive week, which is fantastic. I still think Bori Piano has probably got the consecutive number of live stream chat appearances at like 59 or something like that now. But if you are a regular here in the vidIQ live stream, do let us know as well. For all of you new folks, this is how the live stream is going to work for the next couple of hours. So take a look at this explainer video, which will be around about a minute.
Welcome to the vidIQ channel audit livestream, where we review your YouTube channels. There are 2 links in the description, one for gaming channels, one for non-gaming channels. Make sure you submit every week as we clear the form after every livestream. Channel audits are 100% free, so please don't send us any super chats expecting to receive an audit. And don't waste your time asking for one in the chat. If there are any alternative ways to get picked for an audit, such as memes, we will let you know during the livestream. If we can't audit your channel today, vidIQ has a channel audit tool working 24/7 for you. If you haven't already installed vidIQ, download it now for free. A link is in the description, and make sure to take advantage of our free 30-day trial. If you submit your channel for audit, expect the following. We are sharing nothing more than our knowledge, our experience, and our passion as fellow YouTube creators. It's up to you whether or not you take our advice. There are tons of links to lots of useful resources in the video description. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Share this live stream with another fellow creator who may find it useful. And finally, moderators, thank you for everything that you do every single week. All right, let's do this.
And the final bits of housekeeping, as always, we continue to support the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund through Super Chats. So any Super Chats you donate during this live stream goes directly to that cause. Thank you very much in advance. And as always, we get around about 1,000 channel submissions every single week. I know that sounds insane. And we try and audit as many channels as we can every single week. But let's be honest, we can't audit every single channel. Having said that, many of the things that we talk about, YouTube principles, can be applied to all sorts of channels. So whether we're looking at fitness, tech, beauty, animation, we're talking about channel focus, we're talking about thumbnails. Have your channel up on maybe another screen if you have dual screens, or however you can make this work, and just take a look at your channel as we're discussing somebody else's channel, as it really may help you. And also, we are not just a channel audit service here on the channel. We also have a full suite of tools that will help you grow your channel when we are not live streaming or when we're asleep. We have all of these tools that work for you 24/7. And the highlight I want to show you this week is the channel audit tool, which is going to give you a monumental breakdown of your channel in one, what I like to call, school report card. You can get all of this information on this screen. You can spend a couple of hours delving into it, or just open it up and look at it for 5 minutes every single day. And I'm delighted to see right now, I don't like to blow my own trumpet that often, even though I do every single week. But yeah, I've got this video that I released yesterday and it's kicking butt, and I'm really happy about that, as you can tell. But that's what this tool will tell you. Like, this video is doing really well. Maybe I should be making follow-up content around getting 1,000 subscribers. So that's a channel audit tool. It's available through vidIQ. There is a link, thank you, Dan H, in the live stream chat, where you can download vidIQ for free. But on top of that, we'll give you a full 30-day free trial, which means you can check out all of our tools and use the Learning Academy education videos for absolutely free. And with all of that being said, Jeff, Dan, JJ, can you see my screen?
Yep.
That means everybody else can see my screen. So the first channel we're going to audit this week is, as always, the first channel that submits in the submission form. And a quick apology there, I forgot to unlock it when the live stream went public last night, so I had to unlock it in the middle of the night, so apologies for that. But the first channel that submitted once that form was unlocked was the Spectrum Art Academy. So Jeff, I think we'll let you kick off on this one, your first impressions on the first channel we're auditing this week.
All right, so Spectrum Art Academy, inspiration and ideas for homeschooling and beyond. So all right, so we are definitely getting some value proposition right there in the banner, which I like to see. Let's see, let's go ahead and move it down a little bit. 883 subscribers, so they're already kind of on the move. They've got some momentum going on, which is good to see. Views are not looking too bad either. So let's see, looks like they've played around with a little bit of, okay, so they've got the Billie Eilish short, and then they've done the full tutorial right next to it. Awesome, okay.
I'm glad you noticed that, because if you look at kind of like the theme of the channel, that's the strategy they seem to be doing right now, in that they make a short and then it's immediately followed up with a full tutorial afterwards. Not something that I've seen so structured before, but it's an interesting approach.
I've seen it before with a cooking channel. I don't know if I had mentioned that to you before, where I saw somebody who they do a full tutorial step by step of a recipe, but their shorts that they release before the recipe is them reacting to tasting the recipe. And they're like, oh man, this is amazing. If you want to see the full tutorial, boom, here's the full video. So they're doing, that sort of a thing. So you'll see two similar ish videos, although their thumbnails are slightly different. But yeah, it's an approach that seems like it can work pretty well. It might just take a little bit of time, but some of these shorts are actually doing pretty good. Like this Billie Eilish one at 3.6 looks like it's doing pretty well.
Exactly, yeah. What do you think to just the thumbnails in general? We're seeing some experimentation with text. Sometimes it's just a full drawing. Is there a preference here? Is there maybe a few tweaks they could make to the thumbnails? I'm thinking maybe, is there a better light that they could get just to shine on the image sometimes? I'm just taking a Billie Eilish one here. It just looks like it's a little like faded out. There's not that saturation there, but at the same time, if you saturate the colors in a thumbnail of a drawing, then you're not getting the reflection of the actual drawing itself. It's, I guess, manipulated in some way.
Right. I mean, if anything, it could be brightened up just a hair, but I probably wouldn't mess with the color too much.
Yeah.
As far as text, I think it's good to have it to be contextual. Like I like the one for Billie Eilish, but the one for the pastel painting, they're using a stylized font. So it says like, I think it's a step by step soft head. So sometimes with the script, even though it looks pretty, on a small thumbnail, when we start talking about mobile viewership, it becomes very difficult to read. So we always want to be careful when we're using text. But I like the overall style of them, where a lot of them are just the picture. I think that pops pretty well.
Now, the final question I wanted to ask you here, because you did bring this up in the channel banner, was the value proposition. And the first value proposition, I guess from a target audience point of view, is homeschooling. But as I scroll through at least the top 20, 30 videos, I'm not getting that vibe of homeschooling, because that kind of brings a kind of a different connotation in my head. Homeschooling is like teaching entire curriculums on different subjects, whereas this feels more like an art education channel. Or do you think I'm misinterpreting that? I was just wondering what your thoughts were, Jeff. I'm
getting the same vibe. I was hoping I was going to see a little bit more of that, but you might be right. I mean, if they're really leaning into the how to draw that sort of niche, then I think they might want to restructure their channel banner to really reflect that. If anything, I would probably remove the Spectrum Art Academy from the banner, unless they can make it much smaller, but really hit with that value proposition. Make that the biggest thing. If we're teaching people how to draw stuff, make that the value proposition. Whatever it might be. But if you are indeed doing homeschooling, then maybe I'm just not seeing it in these particular videos, at least not yet. Maybe it's older content. I don't know. But they might have shifted their content strategy at some point, and that the banner itself could just be old and needs to be updated.
Yeah, not really seeing any homeschooling reference that I can see, unless again I'm misinterpreting what I think homeschooling to be. All right, JJ, let's get your toes a little bit wet here. Just give me any thoughts you have about this channel before we move on to the next one.
Okay, I would say that I agree with Jeff regarding the script for the thumbnails. I usually try to tell people to stay away from stylized script or italics, because it's really hard to read, and it's not the type of script that you would stop to scroll, because if I can't see it or read it, I'm going to keep going through. So I would say stick with the Billie Eilish painting step-by-step sort of font size. It's large, I can see it, it's bright. I do think that you can tell from that if they want to continue on to get a lot of views, if they're interested in that, do more of the paintings of celebrities, because you can use their names. And clearly, the fact that has 3,600 views says the name, and then also people can recognize Billie Eilish, cause people to stop the scroll, and that's what you want versus the other things. And so if you can, maybe alternate, do a traditional eye and then a lip, and then do a celebrity, because that's going to get a lot of people to your channel and see the other ones. And I agree regarding your you, Jeff, and Rob's assessment of the banner. It's not homeschooling. I was distance learning and homeschooling. I have school-age children, and I have one child who's interested in drawing. So he actually is a fan of these types of channels right here, and he watches people do digital art. And so this is a channel that he would be interested in, but from the perspective of someone who just is an artist, is interested in art and digital art, wants tricks and tips on how to improve his in particular thing like the eye or the lip and things like that. So it's not necessarily, it's a homeschooling. It's more like, arts. Yeah, alternate the banner, and it's busy. That the painting thing is really super busy with, and I can't read the spectrum art, and it has outline. I usually try to stay away from outline as well because the outlining kind of makes it hard to read. Just give me the font, skip the outlining, skip the script, skip the italicize, just make it big, bold, and boom. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Get your knuckles cracked for your debut full channel audit coming up in a few minutes. In the meantime, Dan, I don't know why this is like a swimming pool themed channel audit so far, but I want you to now dive in with your first channel, which we're going to look at together as a gaming channel. This is Originals with 2 L's. I seem to think that we maybe looked at this channel a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago, because I'm getting deja vu over the channel banner, but I can't really remember that much about the channel. So I'm going to throw it over to you for your first impressions on this one.
We may have shouted them out.
Yes, that could have been it. Yeah.
Originals is kind of an anomaly to me because we see a channel with less than 1,000 subscribers. You scroll down just a little bit and you see, 1,000 views, 42,000 views, 22,000 views, 115,000 views. Now those are all shorts, but they're using custom thumbnails, which is always good if you're doing shorts, because they can start showing up in browse, and then people can find them on native YouTube, so that's good too. For the shorts, you're obviously doing something right, because even for Minecraft, this is fantastic numbers for shorts of a channel of your size. Things have just gotten very, very competitive in the short space, especially as it pertains to Minecraft. So you're doing a great job captivating people with those. Then it becomes a question of where do you go from here? Because it does look like your latest video is still a long form video. You're still trying to find that balance, it seems, of long form and short form content. And when I look at what you're doing with your long form videos, I see a thumbnail that, while the elements are big and bold, you've kind of buried the lead on the Minecraftiness of it. You have a sword there with the question mark over it. Very easy to miss. So if I'm scrolling by,
I was just going to say, if I saw this, as you say, Dan, if I was scrolling by and this wasn't attached to this channel, which I know is about Minecraft, I wouldn't actually know on just a glance that this was about Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. So when I look at the title, it's Thick Fault 16X. So it's your 500 sub pack. So when I read this as a Minecraft player, I kind of start assuming that I guess this is something you made in celebration of 500 subscribers, which is cool. But if I'm right, you've kind of done yourself a disservice because you focused on the name of a thing that no one's ever really heard of, and you made something for the game, and that whatever it is you made, whether it was a mod pack or a texture pack or a resource pack, those have names like, custom resource pack, and then maybe some kind of word to identify the style of the resource pack. You could still have in parentheses 500 sub pack or something like that, or thank you for 500 subs. I wouldn't necessarily even put that. I would put that in the video itself. I made this because I hit 500 subscribers and I said I would. Thank you so much. Anyway, here's my pack. Here's how awesome it is. Here's why you should download it, and here's where you can download it. So I think you could have started reaching a new audience with that video rather than just cater it to the 500 existing subscribers and basically only them. And that's the kind of thing when you're making these long form videos, I want you to always keep in mind is that every one is an opportunity to reach a new audience.
And let's talk just briefly about momentum and consistency. Dan, as you pointed out, these 3 shorts here combine nearly 200,000 views. And then 2 things that have gone wrong here, I think, for the creator is they didn't continue to capitalize on that dream theme in those 2 videos, and they stopped creating videos in general. Now, it could be, I'm aware at this time of year, it is exam season, and especially for people who are 16 or 18 or any school age, really, that can be an interruption. So I guess what we're suggesting is whenever you can return to your channel, these 3 videos certainly need to be investigated a little bit more in terms of their topic.
Absolutely. And if you are indeed in Dream SMP, I'm sure there are like a number of content opportunities for you now. It's a very popular server. It's its own thing on YouTube. It's its own niche, honestly, I would argue. And that's a big opportunity. But yeah, the lack of consistency on the channel is definitely going to get in the way. So if you can find some time in your schedule to at least do one video a week, that'll at least keep your momentum up, with hopefully allowing for more time for work and school and whatever else you got going on.
All right then, folks, that is how this channel audit live stream is going to operate for the next couple of hours. We hope you're enjoying it. If you haven't already clicked that thumbs up button, please do. If you want to subscribe, then also make sure to subscribe, because you may see your name appear in the sort of bottom right-hand corner as well. But you don't have to, because as you well know, I don't care about subscribers, except for the fact that I want 1 million subscribers. Try and work out that if you can. And yeah, please share this live stream with any other like-minded creators who may find this useful. With all that being said, JJ, it is your time to shine. We asked you to pre-select some channels to audit. So you're going to be the lead on the next one. And it is Francine's Hair and Nails. So what did you glean from this channel?
I thought it was excellent. I picked this one because I have a hair braiding blog. So it was sort of like, you know, a channel after my own heart. So I could relate to it. I think Francine, you do excellent work and you showcase it well. And you have a great niche in that you're doing hair and nails, but it's unexpected because it's really men hair. So a lot of the fashion and beauty channels on YouTube are usually women's hair, or people doing, you know, female hair. So the fact that you're braiding men's hair, I think that is a wonderful opportunity for you to, you know, you have a great niche. So I did think that the banner was a little bit busy. I know it's your name. And I do like the fact that you put upload every week, because I have the position, like, you know, if I loved your work and I saw your video and I got it in search, and I took a bird's eye view and panned out and saw your banner, I would subscribe if I knew that every single week, this person who just served up this wonderful tutorial for me, and I have a kid on braiding their hair, I'm taking them to the braiders and I want to give them examples of these are really great styles. I know that you're uploading every week. I know I'm going to get a fresh new, you know, every single week. So that's great that you did that. However, it's kind of busy, and you say nails, updo, and braids. However, your last few videos and the videos that do the best on your channel are actually the braids. And I don't see much nails. And when you do nails, they don't do as well as the braids. So, and I know that's your shop. And then a long time ago, it looks like you used to do a braid video, and then you do a nail video, and you do a bit braid and a nail, you alternated. But nonetheless, your braids consistently throughout your channel are doing the best. So you might want to consider just narrowing in and just niching down on just that. And I know you do the male braids in particular, because that really is, you know, popping off, or just mix them up or something like that. So my initial, your banner's busy. Maybe niche down if you want to consider that, and then make it just a little simpler. I usually recommend like Canva, which is a tool. It's free. It graphically designed. People who do this for a living, because I'm not a graphic designer. I'm assuming you're not. So there's no need for you to, you know, try to, that's not your expertise. That's not your zone of genius. So instead, go and look for a template in Canva, or you can hire someone Fiverr.com, and they can do one for you. And then look at other channels that are similar to yours, and just find one that kind of replicates and say, okay, here's my channel. Here's what I do. Here's what I wanted to say. And they'll give you like 3 or 4, or here's 3 other ones that I like similar to this. So give me this similar aesthetic, but here are the colors I want. And then they'll spit one out, and it's usually pretty low cost, and it's a great investment for your channel. And I think that's something you could consider. Yeah. And then the only other thing I was going to think about is with your thumbnails. If I were you, looking at your competitors who do the same thing, like this triangle pop smoke braids, for example. When I look at other people who've done triangle pop smoke braids, they really hone in on the braiding, and the picture is very high resolution, and it's just the style. I know you're going for the front angle and then the top of the angle, which is fine. I think with these videos, people want to see more of the hairstyle, so less words. like the one you did was says baddie hairstyle, slade braid, that one. Yeah, see how it's like, it's really high resolution. These are great. This is great. It's just a high resolution image. It's really up close. People can see the style. They're more likely to click through. That's going to get a higher click through rate because they can see it really, really, really well. If you just pan out too far back, it's kind of hard to see. But see the ones that are doing the best, or you can see the intricate detail, you can see the shine on the hair, and compared to yours, which is kind of like it's outside, it's the front, it's not really as good. So that's the other thing I can do. And the last thing is if you can, with your thumbnails, I see how you have like a theme, like you started with the Canva templates, and then you start doing your own, which is fine because it works as well. But if you want to customize it a little bit more, so you can make it your own and have a branding, so when people see it, they know that that's Francine, and so you establish yourself as a brand. So go with what other people, and this is where vidIQ's tool, because I use this as well when I have vidIQ, I have the boost level, but I do a video, and before I publish it, there's an option where you can actually see the thumbnails around it. And so what that does for me is that tells me I'll see my competition. I don't like to use the word competition, but I'll see the other channels. And I will say to myself, either, yes, my thumbnail is kicking. It's really, really good. People are going to click my thumbnails. I'm good to go. Or I'm going to say, oh my God, these other thumbnails are fire. My thumbnail is trash. Go back to the drawing board. So that's what I like about vidIQ's thumbnail tool that lets you, you put in your title. Yeah, right, this is great, this is coming up. So you put in the term that you're gonna do, and it's gonna show you the videos around it. Pop smoke braids, yeah.
Do you think I compete well in this space?
You did well. You do well.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at you. So, but you can see the thumbnails around, and so when you did yours, and you saw this, you'd be like, oh, okay, I see the ones that are getting 12,000 views. This one has 637,000 views. Granted, that's a really large channel, but the ones that people really resonate with are showing the braids a little bit better. So when I go do my thumbnail, I want to either swap out do a thumbnail that's similar, where the image is really sharp, like the baddie hairstyle, slade hair magic. That one right there, that's good. That one is really sharp. I can see the intricate detailing. That one, that's great. That's high resolution. I can see it. So that's the standard you want to go through for all of your photos. So for your photos and your thumbnails, and that's going to get people to stop the scroll.
There's two things I wanted to point out. First of all, this looks like a nail that you would buy from a Halloween shop. It just doesn't seem right, that one. So maybe improve that. But you pointed out very early on, and I did want to ask this as an interesting demographic question, in that you're right in that this has a unique selling point in that it's men's braided hairstyles, which is something I've never seen on YouTube.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think there was still a couple of what you might call more female guided content. There's ones about nails here. There's one about hair transformation from a couple of months ago. And then the creator themselves is a female. And I'm just wondering if that creates a bit of a challenge in meeting the right audience. And I'd love both Jeff and yourself, JJ, to maybe chime in on this.
Yeah, I was going to say it's novel, the fact that she's a woman doing braided styles and braided styles on men. But a lot of times culturally, it's usually a woman doing the braid style. So it's not abnormal to have a stylist that's going to braid your hair be a woman, and that's the majority of the folks. So I think it's like with you, I think you're saying with your target audience, I think her target audience is not other stylists saying, oh, it could be two. It could be other stylists that want to recreate this. So she's showing this is how you do it in your shop. But it's also men who want to see a style and see like, oh, this is the style, this is how it's going to look. And, they might be more interested in the end product. And this is where if she can capitalize on shorts. So have like the end product, have a speed up video of you doing it, and then the final product. And that would do super well in shorts. And then the people who are watching, who are not interested in how to do it, who just might be interested in like, oh, this is great. And they'll share it, or they'll watch it, or they'll watch your channel because they just like seeing hair getting done. That's an opportunity for you on shorts to really grow your channel. And I know people who are in the hair space, and they've done well doing exactly that. Just taking the end product, speed up of the actual process in the end. And similar to what that last channel you did, the Spectrum Art Gallery, when they show the shorts and then they show how I did it, you could do something similar to that. Here's a speed up shorts version. And if someone does come to your channel, they'll have the long, 20-minute or 5-minute or 6-minute actual walkthrough. So I like that technique actually. So that's something you want to consider.
And Jeff, much a hair braiding connoisseur like myself. Any thoughts from you?
Well, fun fact, I used to actually have hair all the way down to my shoulders, and I used to get it braided back in the day. So
we know what the memes of the week are going to be this week. Let me just get Jeff
if somebody
on
can
full...
Photoshop cornrows onto my head, it would be highly accurate to my high school days.
Right. Everyone just take a screenshot very quickly, 5-10 seconds. Get that sorted out, and you may get your channel. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Jeff. You know what to do with that. You'll understand what memes of the week are in about 30 minutes there, JJ. All right, let's get back to it, Jeff. What were you saying?
But yeah, no, so, no, but I agree. You know, I think it could be, I think what Rob might have been getting at is that if, when we're doing the braided styles for men and the men's audience is responding to that, and then when we're doing something more that would be approached by like something more suited to a female audience, it's not getting that much traction on this channel, then that could be what's happening. We might be targeting two very different people, even though it's the same topic or the same niche. Yeah. They might not be the same viewers, like the same viewers who are here for men's braided styles might not be here for nails. So that could be a sort of a confusing thing. Not saying that they can't do this, but that could be, that would explain the disparity in views or traction on those particular topics. Because I doubt that the pedicure ones and the styling my hair and, you know, the nail stuff is bad. I'm sure it's probably awesome, but that's just not the audience and the people who are subscribed. Those initial people who get the notification, they're not going to click on that. They're going to click on the braid. So it might be helpful to lean into what works, at least right now while you're growing, and then at a certain point start spreading out. Otherwise it would be opening up a secondary channel for that other lane and really target that person on that channel.
And my final thought here was you may be missing out on a very simple titling strategy in like how to braid or how to braid men's hair or how to braid for a man. I see that you're talking about the styles, but not necessarily fitting it into a titling structure. So that might be something to experiment with as well, Francine. So good luck with your channel going forward. And now, Dan, let's bring you back in because I think this is the channel you pre-selected. Is that right? It's What I Do.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So what does this person do?
Lots of things, actually. This channel submitted under so we always ask on the forum, like, what's your channel about? And they said DIY plus. So I was kind of, curious about that. So I clicked on it and this channel seems to do a lot of very interesting and or helpful things. But the thing I think we're all going to talk about with this channel is the various categories. So I'm seeing there's some koi pond, cleaning videos and things like that. So pond cover coming off, cleaning the pond, filters. I have to assume there's a little more relaxed with fish 4K. So there's some fish related content. But then you look and some of the more vibrant thumbnails are these GoPro ones when they're comparing it to, these aren't even GoPros. The DJI
Action
Osmo.
cam comparisons. Yeah.
Yes, camera comparisons. And then we have, detailing a car. There's some videos about motorcycles. And then there's vlogs and things like that. So the thing we always like to tell channels is that it's really important to pick one of these categories. Definitely when you're starting and, probably for the duration of your channel, honestly. But as you grow, you have a little more freedom to kind of play around with, different things. But right now, if you could... in my opinion, you can start an entire channel around building a pond in your backyard and taking care of it. You could talk about the different fish you're getting for it. You could talk about all the different products that come with that. You could review products for it. That alone could be a whole channel, as could reviewing cameras side by side. That is also a whole channel. And then Windows 10, your drive's failing to connect.
It's a wonderful contrast, isn't it? Got a bike ride. And when you get home from your bike ride, if you've got a problem with your Windows 10 network drive, this is how you can fix it.
And then you can upload the footage from your cameras.
Yeah.
So, there's you're passionate and interested about a lot of different things. And I think a lot of us on YouTube kind of start this way, especially in gaming. We do this all the time where we play a bunch of different games. We're not really sure what our channel is going to be about yet. and eventually something kind of takes off, and you are not only really interested in one of the subjects, but it's also doing well on your channel. So hopefully you have some data that is helping kind of point you in a direction. These camera comparisons that you do seem to do okay, but have you considered the future in that? Can you continue comparing these cameras? Can you go into the different settings? How much content can you do around those? Are you going to keep buying more? This is kind of like the plight of a tech channel, right, Jeff? It's, when you start, you have all kinds of gadgets laying around, and so you're just kind of throwing them on your channel, seeing what's going to work. And then when something works, you've got to double down on that. So suddenly your iPhone videos took off, and now you're going out buying phones that you can't, when you just started a channel, probably shouldn't be doing. And that's kind of the path we're on with the camera videos. I personally think I'd be very interested in seeing a channel dedicated to things like the pond maintenance and stuff like that, because it may sound kind of boring, but that would be very helpful. And also, like you've noticed with your shorts, like therapeutic, just watching fish swim around in 4K is something people would like to do. So I think there's a lot of content there.
I think what I just want to add here is that there's nothing wrong if you want to talk about all of these things because you're passionate about all of these things. That's fine. And if you want to use YouTube as the medium for that, great. But what we will say is you submitted your channel because you want to grow an audience. And I think that's the important contrast that you have to look at. There's many things that you're interested in, but your audience usually gravitates to one particular focus of your interest. And each of your channels, usually it'd be one of your channel should reflect that, at least to begin with. And so that's why you're going to get these very spiky views of 1,000 views on the big ride, and then you just hit a nice search term for Windows 10 mapped drives and then one about cameras. But day to day, video to video, you're going to get these very spiky views of 11 views, 30 views, and so on. Jeff, you were just briefly mentioned there, so maybe chime in. And as well, JJ, at any point now, if you want to contribute, just chime in as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. No, I completely agree. And we don't want to stifle anybody's creativity. I just want to make that completely clear. Yeah. But that's just one of the things that you could be shooting yourself in the foot, metaphorically speaking, because having all these different interests, which is great. We're all multifaceted. We're human beings. We like a lot of different things. But if it makes it very difficult for YouTube to know who to recommend your content to when you're all over the place. And you can have multiple topics on a channel, which is completely fine, but keep them close to each other. If you're going to be cooking, talk about baking as well. If we're going to do automotive, feel free to talk about trucks as well. But, if I'm doing music, I'm not going to be giving people baking recipes as well. I'm going to try to keep it at least within the same realm. Like, I talk about audio products on my own channel, but I also delve into general tech every now and then because it is related. So I try to keep it as close as possible. What you won't be catching me is, doing El Jefe's baking recipes. That might be a whole separate channel, but it's not going to happen on my regular channel. So that's just something. Maybe just find a little bit of focus, try to grow this audience a bit, and then start spreading out a little bit.
Yeah, I just want to chime in really quickly. I agree. And 44 subscribers is a reflection of that. Because if I would have watched one of your videos regarding to cleaning the pond filters, and I'm like, oh, great, let me subscribe to this channel. And the next thing you know, it's like something about fish or tech. And I'm like, what is this? I'm going to unsubscribe. Or I won't subscribe at all because I'm not quite sure what your channel is. And people essentially, sadly, they want to, it's not just the YouTube algorithm that wants to decide, it's just humans as well. Like if you go into a restaurant and this happens to me, there's too many items on the menu. You're just like, this is too overwhelming. I'm going to go to the restaurant next door that has 5 items on the menu. So that's just something to think about. If it's just offering too much, sometimes it's less is more.
Quick side story here. My fiance and I, we have like movie night on a Saturday. And so we each pick a film each week. And I'm at a point now where I'm paralyzed by choice because I've got Netflix, Amazon Prime, and what's the other one? Stars on Disney. And I spend 45 minutes trying to decide what I'm going to watch because there's just so much. And so, yeah, I think there is a good point there with focus. And also, folks, if you want to make this happen, do put in the chat hashtag El Jefe's Baking Channel. Let's get that up and running. All right, JJ, let's welcome you officially to the vidIQ channel, and let's just find out a little bit more about who you are and what you do on YouTube.
Okay, great. Yeah. So my name is JJ Ghatt. I have a Pinterest marketing YouTube channel. So I tell people I am a niche within a niche within a niche. The big niche is digital marketing. The sub niche of digital marketing is social media marketing, and the sub niche of that is Pinterest marketing. I am what you call a quarantine creator. So this channel that you're looking at was a channel that existed for over 10 years, but had a hodgepodge of different stuff. So I decided at the height of the pandemic, when like a lot of us, we decided, okay, I'm twiddling my thumbs, I can't go outside. What can I do? Like a lot of you guys might have decided, let me start a YouTube channel. Some people decided to do a podcast. Some folks go into needlework. So I said, hey, let me focus on Pinterest marketing. And the reason why I picked Pinterest marketing is because out of all of the various different social platforms, that's the one that nurtured my blogs. I'm a blogger. Like I mentioned at the other channel audit, that I had a braidings blog. So I have a blog, a few lifestyle blogs, whether it's braiding, parenting, lifestyle, business, tech. And so Pinterest is a really great traffic. And Pinterest is really great for YouTubers, by the way, because it's like all these platforms, they're really going toward video and vertical video. So they're seeing what's going on with TikTok. And so they're inviting their users or creators who use it for business to upload video content. And so the fact that YouTubers are already in that field, we already know how to do video content, you can actually go into that and use that to drive traffic back to your YouTube channel, or just upload videos, vertical videos. Anyway, so that's why I do Pinterest marketing, because that's the platform that nurtures me the best. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to give a shout out to my sister Hawa Banga, who's watching. She's my cohorts and partner in crime over in Clubhouse, where we run the Rising YouTuber Club, and where we help rising YouTubers. And I use that instead of saying small YouTubers, because sometimes small is diminutive. So I help those of us who are growing, because you can only go but up, and help narrow that learning curve that happens when you're just starting a channel and you want to compare yourself to larger channels, but you don't realize that their issues are not your issues, and the way you need to leapfrog or not beat the algorithm, but the things that you need to do to maximize the opportunities for your videos getting seen in search and discovery and wherever are different. So we try to help and nurture that community of folks who are just like us. We're just a few steps ahead of you versus someone who's like way down there. This is like, I don't remember the life of trying to get to 1,000 subs. I'm sorry, it was so long ago. That was just us last summer.
And you briefly mentioned there, but let's just jump into this a little bit. You are, moderator doesn't feel like the appropriate term. You're more like the ambassador, one of our representatives for the Clubhouse vidIQ channel. So, and now it's available on Android. It's now available to more people. Now, I was listening yesterday. I was walking my dog. And I'm hoping that I can join in a bit more and actually talk while I'm walking Jasper in the future. So yeah, just tell us a little bit more about what you're doing with vidIQ on Clubhouse.
Okay, yeah. So vidIQ has its own club called Talking YouTube with vidIQ. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Clubhouse, it's an audio-only app. It's instructional. I like to say, think of it like a podcast meet like a convention. So, and it's an interactive podcast. Normally when you listen to podcasts, it's just the podcaster, host, and their guest talking at you, the one-way communication. With Clubhouse, you were able to join in if the podcast had a live studio audience and you're a member of that audience, and you can actually raise your hand and come on the stage and add value or ask a question. So that's the format of Clubhouse for the most part. It was iPhone, iOS only. It only started last March. And just recently, as I think it's this month, they opened it up to Android. It's still invite only. However, if you're a member of the vidIQ Facebook group, or even what's the channel? What's the thing called?
Discord.
The Discord channel, yes, you can get invitations to join. So I'm handing them out, and you can come in and join the stages. And it's great because, and you may have heard about it. It's a wonderful opportunity to shorten that learning curve, to ask questions directly from the people who are doing the best in the space. And then people are open and they share, they're very transparent. You're going to get information from your niche, because YouTube is so lonely. I always say this, because a lot of times your mom, your roommate, your wife or spouse, your kids, they just don't understand it. And some people are like, why you waste your time? And so it's a great opportunity to we have a community of people who are just like you, who are doing this too, and they're rolling through it. And so we're supporting one another. We're hashing things out with like things like editing and software and, you know, momentum and whether to niche down or not to niche down, how to read the analytics, what's going on with SEO, how do I grow? I'm having burnout with YouTube. I can't create all those little issues that you normally would be undergoing by yourself because it's a lonely job. It's an opportunity to find a community because, you know, otherwise you don't have a job, you don't have an office, there's no other place, but it's a place where all of us can coalesce and get together and we can, you know, help you through anything you're going through. So, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I put a link to JJ's YouTube channel if you want to check her out there. And yeah, if you do have Clubhouse, search out vidIQ. And yeah, I think we're doing at least three Clubhouses a week right now. But it may change. We may try Twitter Spaces in the future. All sorts of excellent stuff going on there. And thank you for your support with that, JJ. Let's move on to the next channel that we're going to audit. And I'm going to try and up the pace a little bit here because we're 50 minutes in and I think we've audited 4 channels so far. So let's have a look at KJ Fitness. And I will start with El Jefe. What are we looking at here?
You're on mute.
Sorry, there we go. Just got it. Sorry about that.
He's got it. He's back. He's back.
So KJ Fitness home workout videos, 107 subs. So looks like that's what we are doing on this channel. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, not that many videos. Good start.
Yeah,
there.
so yeah, pretty new overall. Let's see, 10-minute full body stretch routine. So some of this, there's a lot of text on these thumbnails, and there's no problem with having text on thumbnails. There's just a lot on some of these. Let's see, like 5-minute warm up, and then there's text under it that I can't read. There's 19-minute full body workout for beginners, and there's text under it that I can't read. Yeah, so it's just like we need to let your title do the talking as far as that goes. I would just kind of put like 19 minutes, you know, full body workout or for beginners. Just kind of simplify that. Let's see here.
I think this is a good example, Jeff, of like the extreme amount of text you can add here. Lots of big text here. And that one, I think that's one of the better performing ones. But as you say, once you get into these little bits here, these little texts, nobody really wants to read that, do they?
Well, no. And if I'm having trouble reading it here on the screen,
exactly, yeah,
on a mobile device, that's going to be impossible to read. So that's one of the things we have to keep in mind, you know, and this goes for everybody. You know, YouTube wide, we're seeing a traffic trend of, you know, more than half of the traffic is coming from people watching via their cell phones. So you have to be, you have to respect that when you make your thumbnails. You have to remember that. And for some channels, it's more. My own channel, Mobile Technology, is going to, you know, mine is upwards of 60 or 70% sometimes. So I have to really make sure my thumbnails are ready for that. I like the fact that they are using big text when they do it, but just stay away from the tiny text. I would really avoid that. Let's see. So that one did a little bit better than the others. 222, the intense abs, 7-minute workout, less words, and seems like it was much more effective. So yeah, I would just avoid all this small text. Even their first video has a line of text that I can't even read. So I think less is more on this approach. Seems like I'm trying to see here. Cutoff, sort of the cutoff picture doesn't do too well. So maybe the full body, maybe that's what's hot in the workout niche. So that's one thing I would definitely do if I were them. Do some thumbnail comparisons. You can use our own thumbnail comparison tool, or you know, when you do your initial bit of research, like I want to make a 19-minute workout video, then I would type in 19-minute workout, and then I would see kind of where the keyword inspector shows us. But I would also pay attention to those top 5, top 10 thumbnails to see, you know, what's ranking, what's actually getting people to click, and really start paying attention to that, because you'll start noticing some trends there, whether it's no text, less text, how zoomed in are they on the person, you know, whatever it might be, but really pay attention to that.
What I do like in the thumbnails is on occasion they try and accentuate movement or like a specific part of the body being worked on. Just for example here, even these lines kind of indicate some form of motion, and obviously on this one where it's telling you exactly what part of the body you're going to work out, this one here where it's kind of pointing to something a little bit ambiguous, top of the shoulder, is that what I'm going to stretch in this video? That's good. And I also like that they're being explicit with the actual time it's going to take, and you know, fitness workout routines are usually 20 minutes or less, and I think that's good for this creator as well. And I was just encouraged by the fact that they've got 100 subscribers from about 10 videos, and each video is getting triple-digit views as well. I think those are encouraging signs for the creator. Dan, JJ, if you want to chime in with anything else before we move on.
The only thing I would add is that this is a great start for only being around about a month on YouTube. And as you continue to make more videos, things are going to be clicking more and more. You're going to be building up. You're going to be getting more data. There's going to be a lot more to build on top of. So, yeah, I would say this is a really great start.
I agree. I think it's a great video. I love your thumbnails. I love the action in the videos, and I'm impressed. And congratulations on getting 100 subscribers in a month. That's really great.
I don't usually go into videos, but I was just intrigued as to like the production values of these. I'm just going to bring the volume down quite a bit, but one thing I did notice is that these videos are music based, so I don't think there's any narration at all. But they have these interesting graphics here, and they're talking about the I guess the exercise routine that they're doing. And I think also I saw where was it? There was some picture-in-picture action going on as well, which I thought was really well put together for a channel of such a size. So there's some good production values already there in the channel, which is great to see.
I mean, I can add really quickly. She can avoid having the light behind her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's all.
So we're talking about production values, but like, you mean this?
Yeah, she's backlit with that window.
Yeah, okay. You don't think that's a good idea? I don't think it was too bad on that example.
It looks nice. It's just probably making it kind of difficult, depending on your camera, especially difficult for your camera to pick up the light when it's trying to battle with the backlight shining right back in. You're probably having to light yourself quite a bit to get that, to get you to show up.
So you think maybe this one is a little better where you're using the light to the side? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
More of this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so a bit of production advice from the team. Let's move on to the next channel. It is Torch Brenner, and I think this is one of the pre-selected channels from JJ, and another art channel. This sometimes happens, folks, where we just have a theme going on. It looks like we're looking at a couple more art channels this week. So, some lovely, rich colors I'm seeing here. JJ, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I picked this one because it was my whole thing was rising YouTubers. I like art. Like I said, I had a son who loves art, so that's why this one gravitated to me. And also, this creator seemed like they're a quarantine creator like me, so I can relate. It's all relative people. So because he started this channel last August, like during the pandemic,
right?
And he's created a lot of videos in this short amount of time, which is great. He's picking up there with the 86 subscribers, and so I did like the fact that his playlist, he done a great job, because in our YouTube clubhouse rooms, a lot of times people will come on stage and they'll do these playlists, and we always tell them, hey, make your playlist keyword searchable, because when I search in YouTube, a lot of times an entire playlist will come up. The benefit of that, you want to get your watch hours up. A great way of getting your watch hours up is to put your videos in playlists. So when someone watches your video, if they enjoy that, they'll keep watching more. So you convert someone who watches your video from a 5-second or 3-minute video watcher to like an hour watcher. And the hack associated with increasing your watch hours and putting them in playlists is that a lot of times, and this happens to me, this happened this week. If you put up your videos in a playlist, it's possible that people will get up and leave, to switch to another tab, and your playlist will continue to run. Like I was watching SEO, a playlist with SEO videos, and it just kept running, and I'd forget about it. I have to go, feed my kid, or I have to go answer the phone, or I have to hop on a clubhouse room. And then I'll come back and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's on video 4, and I have to start back. So that person is not only they're getting double, triple watch hours from me because the playlist is just running. And I love the fact that your playlist title and your description has keywords in them. You can add more. A lot of people just don't realize that. They'll just say food, house, home. It's kind of like that's really broad. But if you were to say home videos, watch me clean, and you have the watch me paint, which is a niche, and there's people actually go to YouTube and they search watch me paint, watch me speed art, digital art, what's the word that we saw, time-lapse artwork. You have all those keywords which are searchable, and so that's going to be the likelihood that playlist that has the keywords time-lapse, speed digital art, all of those words that people search, YouTube is more likely to serve up your entire playlist in search of someone wants to watch a whole bunch of videos, and that's great for you. So I'm glad that you did that. That's really, really good. What I think would help you with your channel get it up is if you can also work on your thumbnails. I thought were good, actually, to be honest.
Yeah. Do we need to talk about them? I mean, they're just phenomenal.
I love them. Yeah, I just love, they're just bright. They stand out. They're, you know, you don't have too much words and you don't need the words. It's enough in there. So I had nothing to say bad about the thumbnails. I love the thumbnails. The only thing I was going to say is, what I would say though, we do talk about production at all, but I did look at one of your videos. And one thing I would suggest you do is, if you can, within the first 20 seconds, say what it's about, video really, really quick, that hook. Just, you know, the 5 unique art challenges for January. Like, hey, this is, I don't know what your name is. This is, you know, artist kid. Back to what are the names?
It's a new
hey, I'm here with,
it's a new year.
Here's some 5 new, you know, you're looking for something to do for the month of January. I got 5 unique things coming up for you after this or just next. So when they come in, they know that what they're going to get. You hit them, bam, with the information, and then go right into it. And I do like that you include graphics and design of the 5 different tools, which is really, really great. If you can get a ring light, or I don't know if you want to stick close to your mic, or maybe invest in a lapel mic so we can hear you a little bit more. But otherwise, I think that's pretty good. I don't know what else you guys have.
I was just going to ask Dan and Jeff, we would usually look at a channel like this and think, wow, this channel's, in terms of at least their thumbnails and some of their titles, they're operating at a channel of thousands of subscribers. So maybe what do you think is their stumbling block right now? Why maybe haven't they grown as much as they potentially could do? I just sort of by most popular, and it looks as if they have these unique art challenges that do well. But I don't know, maybe we're missing some how-to stuff. I'm just wondering what your thoughts were.
I was going to say, is this the most recent?
This is the most popular stuff, Dan. Yeah, so every month I do this unique art challenge, and those are all of the best performing ones. But if we just do day to day, then I look at it, and sometimes I'm just not quite sure what I'm going to get out of some of these. I like, for example, this speed painting one.
Right.
I guess that's the final design, and maybe if we were going to make the thumbnail a little more appealing, it might be it's a half and half, that some of it's coloured in or it's half drawn. But like, I look at this thumbnail and I think that is absolutely perfect. You know,
right.
Really communicating.
I agree. I like that.
What you're going to get, like you're going from something that's black and white into this really colourful image. So why didn't this video perform better? Is it the titling, that type of thing?
I gotta wonder if the channel is. And this is a pretty broad assumption, so forgive me, but I gotta wonder if the channel is like stuck in sort of a rhythm that they're not really sure how to break. So like they're just so on schedule. Like, here's your unique art challenges, and then there's 3 more videos before the next art challenge video, and you know, so it's okay to do 1 video a week. That's fine, but it just doesn't feel like they're trying or experimenting with a whole lot. You know what I mean? It just seems like they've created a template for themselves, and they haven't done enough to kind of change it up. And what I'm looking at is the thumbnails. I'm looking at things like that. The thumbnails all look fantastic, but I don't know what I'm going to get out of the video. You know, so I'm just not seeing a whole lot of experimentation going on there. And then, you know, I like the tutorial one a lot. I keep looking at that one. Are there any more like it? You know, are there any more tutorials where you try and teach people stuff? Because that is clear to me. It is a tutorial. I'm going to learn how to do something. I'm going to get something out of that. Yeah,
there's one here, how to draw in a certain style. Yeah. But again, that just really didn't take off at all for whatever reason. Maybe chibi style is not a searched thing. I'm wondering maybe some more general search terms you could use, like is this like cell animation? I'm not really up to speed on the specifics of what type this art is, what type of art this is.
Yeah, and it could just be that. And maybe people don't necessarily search for how to draw this style of animation. Is there something else you can do with it rather than teach? Or is there another style of animation that you can teach that's a little more trendy and popular? These are the things, when I say like a lack of experimentation, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Is I'm just not seeing a lot of those different experiments come into play. But this is coming from somebody who doesn't fully understand the art niche in itself, much less the style of animation that you are adapted to.
I'll leave sorry, go on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, what you might want to do is also look at trends. That's always works, no matter what platform. Anything that's trending, whether it's a trending sound, whether it's just a general trending popular thing at the time, that might be something that you can do to break it out. And then also use shorts as well. This is another channel that's prime for shorts. Your content's already short anyway, so you can just speed it up. Just have the beginning, say the ending, show the beginning, speed it up, and then show the end, and make that under like between 15 and 20 seconds, or maybe a minute. And you might draw some people to your channel that way. That's something to think about. Do it on trend, similar to the last art channel we did, where they did the sketch of that did really well of what's her name, Billie Eilish. But that was really good because it was a trend. It was something that was like already on trend. So really go with trends, no matter what your platform trends. It was a really great way to get attention to your channel.
All right, then let's move on to the next channel. This is our winner of Dan H's wonderful Twitter competition every single week, where we ask you to do something, whether it's make a thumbnail or answer a question. This one was post a GIF about how you feel today, and it was Dormia the Dragon who won by saying that every day is a chance to be better than the day before. Let's take it to a whole new other place, and hopefully we're going to take your channel, Dormia the Dragon, to a whole new other place. But the one thing I'm going to say just before we get into this channel a little bit, and I don't know why in this particular channel it's really irked me, but the channel banner, when you spend time on your channel banner telling me where else I can go, like, all right, I'm on your YouTube channel, but you want me to go to Twitter and TikTok and Instagram instead of looking at your channel? I much prefer a value proposition to find out what I can get from you here and now. And yeah, I don't know why it irked me so much in this channel banner. Maybe it's because the social media icons are so large on this one, but that was just the thing that jumped out into my face for this one. This is going to be an open season on our auditors here. Just jump in. What do you think of this channel?
Let's see. I was going to ask if we could scroll down a little bit. Right.
Now you're asking me to do that, Dan, because the channel banner tells me nothing about the channel.
Right.
Yeah.
The sub count is hidden. It is, while subs, we've been saying more and more, matter less and less. It is a good way for us to gauge, the channel size and things like that. They have hidden their subscriber count. And I would say a week ago they did a welcome video, so it looks like they're just kind of getting their, their channel trailer set up and things like that. The thumbnails, I would say, are getting better and better. Especially as we get down to the older.
That was 5 years ago, yeah. So I think they've just
restarted.
There's a timeline here of going a few pivots, and so yeah, maybe in the last month they've decided on whatever their topic is now, which I'm still struggling to.
Yeah, I was gonna. If I can chime in here, I think you have this issue with searchable content because you're a new channel. When you're a newer YouTuber, you really have to do content that people are searching for, and so your title has to include something that's searchable and keywords. So I'm looking at your titles here, and a lot of them, I'm not searching for, just a man and his music, not searchable. Are you prepared for the TikTok? Maybe. Navigation for viewers, welcome to shorts, maybe. Yeah. There's some of you have opportunity. Like one of them, it says 5, 15, 21, 2020. YouTube gives you 100 spaces in your title. That's prime real estate. And the first part, you can do clickbait as short a title, but then you want to have keywords because again, it's a search engine. So the only way you're going to get people who are searching to find your videos, if you have to put the words that they're searching for. You might have heard the word short tail or long tail. So short term is just the word like bread. And the other one was like how to make quick bread or how to make, bread on the go or something like that. So those are long tail keywords. So you want to do that keyword research. And this again, when I say vidIQ is great, because if you can type in your basic terms, you're going to get a whole bunch of other long tail keywords that you can use, and they'll give you suggestions on how to title your video, and they'll give you suggestions based on your keywords or your tags that you can put in your title. I don't know what level that's available in, but I've used that, and that's been great for me because they've already done the research. They say, this is what's a hot title. These are what people are searching for. Put that in your title, put that in your description, and that would help you get more views.
Anyone have a clue what a steak talk is?
No, but it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing. These two videos have got like 500 plus views. I'm going to click on one. I'm intrigued.
So I woke up this morning and I wanted a steak. We didn't have any in the house.
I think it literally is about cooking steaks.
Oh, it's a steak talk. TikTok.
All right then. I think one thing we'll say here as well, just in preparation for shots going forward, because I think this is his content because the TikTok name matches the channel name. because of the new Shorts Fund and the fact that you may be able to monetize in the future, my guess is, I could be wrong here, but I don't think YouTube is going to want to fund creators who have TikTok watermarks on their videos. And as far as I'm aware, you can download your own TikTok videos from TikTok without the watermarking. So just preparation for the future might be something there. But yeah, Steak Talk Part 1 seems to be a series that might have some legs in it, so to speak.
I got to wonder a couple things. From this creator's perspective, who is this channel for?
Yes, that is a question, isn't it?
Yeah. Is the audience is it reviewing TikTok videos? Is it, let's see, official business direct message me on Twitter. So nothing in the about section to kind of clue us in as to what's going on. Now, on one hand, I like some of these thumbnails. I think this creator is really engaging. I feel like I could connect with them, but the content itself is just kind of throwing me a little bit, because I can see doing a video about is TikTok dying and then someone diving into their opinions about that. But then the next video, if you disregard the short after it, is something about guessing a mystery shoe. And after that is why we fail on YouTube. You could argue the YouTube one relates back to the TikTok one if we're talking about this is someone who's going to help creators across the board, But I'm just not getting that vibe when some of those popular content is steak talk, and things like that. So I think this creator needs a couple of things. I think they need some goals as to what they want to do. Like, are you just going to be using YouTube to re-upload your TikTok videos just to kind of see how they do? And I think you need to figure out who the audience is on this channel. Who are the people you're trying to reach with your content? Because on TikTok, it's such a cool open algorithm where you can kind of post. I don't use it enough to say this definitively, but I feel like you could post anything. You could post about steak one day and YouTube growth the next, and both videos have a shot to go somewhere. On YouTube, when we're talking about building channels, we want a channel focus and we want to see things, kind of move in a certain direction so you can start building that audience.
All right, Jeff, are you ready for this? I'm gonna do it. Let's see what happens. There we go. Faux shizzle. There we go. That's another bad effort there.
Oh my God.
Tana
There's
Animations.
a lot of them, man.
There we go. Got a Jimi Hendrix vibe
my
there.
gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody just decided to not do what we suggested. Wow. We're going to come back to these. Oh, blimey. There we go. There we go. We'll come back to these. That's my favorite.
Oh, wow. You can land an
like
aircraft
this
on
one.
Dearie me. Yeah, we'll come back to these because we have so many channels that we haven't audited yet. We're really behind here. So I'll come back to these in about 10-15 minutes. Emily Suzanne, right, let's have a look at this channel. Fitness, lifestyle, and more. I think, who picked this? Did I pick this? I can't remember.
That was me.
All right, Jeff. So here we go. Another one, again, bit of a fitness theme. But also lifestyle, and that thing that Travis loves when people put and more. It's kind of your get out clause to put anything you want on your channel, but also something that really dilutes your channel. But yeah, I'll open it up to you, Jeff. Why did you pick this channel?
Well, there's actually no why. It was completely random. But no, I'm just kidding. So I like what I saw, and they seem to have some traction going well. They're already up to 684 subscribers. I think there was some stuff they could definitely work on for what they're doing, especially thumbnail wise. The text in the thumbnails, there's tiny text and there's tinier text, and it's like what's kind of happening here. But I think some focus can really, really help. They're doing some spring cleaning stuff. There's how to be productive, how to reset your week. Do you mind sorting by most popular?
I certainly can. Yeah, I was just going to point out the thumbnails. I think these collage, tiled thumbnails are actually, they're a theme of this type of genre. But right. You are right in that the text is difficult to read. There's too much of it. But yeah, most popular right here.
Interesting.
Wow, some blowout videos here. At least one. Again, that wonderful juxtaposition here again. So like workout, losing weight, but also if you've got a glitch on iMovie, this is how to fix it.
Yeah, very interesting. They kind of went all over the place on that stuff. Let's see here. Try to walk in 20,000 steps. Okay. So yeah, so there's definitely some exercise content in there. Although it seems like, I don't know if they're still doing it, but that is obviously some of the biggest videos on their channel.
There was a weight loss journey at some point on the channel, wasn't there? But I don't know if it's still there anymore.
Yeah. That's what it looks like, and maybe they've kind of gone a different route with it. But yeah, so that's one of the main things. I think it's something that, you know, to not try to beat a dead horse, is just to try to be much more effective with your thumbnails. And yeah, the collage is definitely, you know, the tile, that whether it's 4 pictures, that's a big thing on like cleanup videos and that sort of stuff. But if you're going to use text in them, normally what you'll see on the really, like the ones that really pop, it's usually 2, maybe 3 words. Big bold text so you can really pick up on it. Like right here, the second video I did, Lily Sabri X Linda Sun, the text, you know, it's like there's what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. I think we could really slim that down and make it much more punchy and effective. But for a workout video, I would be looking at other workout videos to see what thumbnails work for those videos, because thumbnails are different based on not just the niche, but also based on keywords sometimes, to where if it's a yoga video, it's going to be one type of thumbnail. If it's a workout video, it's going to be a different kind of thumbnail. So kind of pay attention to that as well, because the same thumbnail that you're doing for a huge bedroom declutter shouldn't be the same type of thumbnail you're doing for a workout video. Does that make sense?
And she already has a formula. I was going to say, she already has a formula, because the ones that you saw that had 125K views, those, the thumbnail, the before after work. So she's still doing workouts, because remember Rob asked, are you done with the workout sort of like body transformation? But no, because she did the Lily Sabri times Linda Sun 7-day workout, so she's not done. So start with day 1 and then day 7. Those have worked, because whenever you have those, that before after, people click on that. That's getting higher click-through rate clearly, because the views are like 2,800 to 176,000 of those before after. So when you switched up and did this collage for the 7-day program, it's not working. I mean, it's only 6 days, but yeah. So yeah, you already have the formula. Like when you guys discover something that works, keep going with it. And I know that you probably don't want to do fitness stuff, but clearly that's going to get you always, you know, that's always going to get you the views.
Yeah. They know, you're completely right. She already had something that worked. Why are we trying to reinvent the wheel on the thumbnail when you already had a winning formula? So yeah, definitely, I would definitely go back to that. JJ, great advice when it comes to that. Then the other thing I'm looking at here also, so declutter seems to be doing pretty well. So maybe that is why Rob has highlighted this.
I did that because, you know, we've nearly 700 subscribers, and then videos that are getting 30 views and whatever, that your audience, your existing audience, is not reacting well to that content, nor is YouTube finding an audience to serve it up to. So I was saying, right, what is there any patterns here? And I just noticed that declutter in the titles was bringing up the views to, you know, plus 100. This one's almost at 100. You know, and then spring cleaning was another one. There's a bit of a theme here of what would you call a niche, like house satisfying house clean? I can't think of the genre there, but spring cleaning house.
Clean with me is a huge
clean. There we go. That's it. Clean with me. Yeah, that's the genre where they've got a little bit of traction. Yeah, so I'm wondering if that was something to focus on.
Yeah, I mean, I would give it a try at least. And that's one thing that I like to tell even some of our customers who've gone through our coaching stuff. If they're going to try something, they see that something works and there's a little bit of traction there, then that might be the time to invest. And by invest, I don't mean invest in money. I mean investing time and making more than one video as an experiment, making 3 videos or 5 videos, going after that particular viewer and see how that works. And if you have fun making it, or if it's, you know, whatever, if it's good and it works, then why not make more of that content? So that's something to definitely think about. You know, if it works well, try a little bit more of that, and that could bring in more people. Doesn't mean you can't make other types of content as well, but we're just talking about getting you over that 1K hump and getting you, you know, kind of getting the channel to a broader audience. This could become a cornerstone content on your channel. Like for my own content, the big cornerstone thing for me are listicles. I still do regular other videos aside from those, but the listicles are what really drive a lot of traffic and drive a lot of subscriber growth on the channel. So
they allow you
ever stop making them.
They allow you permission to do other things that you might really want to do. Like, you know what your audience wants, so you make them. It's like 5 videos for my audience, 1 video for me, or whatever ratio you want to put. If Travis was here, he'd usually talk about this, like, as soon as you put a comma or an and in your value proposition or your channel focus, then you're diluting your content, like productivity and organization and fitness and clean with me. The more things you put in there, then the less chance in like a Venn diagram that you perfectly align with your audience. I almost think as if and more is one of those potential handicaps that hold creators back from really finding their target audience. So yeah, I know there's a lot to consider there, Emily. But I do hope you find that useful. We'll move on as time is always against us. Dan, we should have talked about this 45 minutes ago, but let's talk about it now. Discord. What is Discord, and why should people join our Discord server?
So Discord is, if you haven't heard of it by now, there's a whole bunch of tutorials out there on the YouTubes about exactly what it is, but we have one, and you can join it for all sorts of fun conversations, and a lot of times you get a lot of help and value in there regarding your YouTube channel. It's very YouTube centric. The one thing we do not allow is people to just post their videos, which opens up the door to way more valuable conversations, like in the picture here about thumbnails. You know, people all the time are posting like, hey, check out my thumbnail. What do you guys think? What can I improve on? Or, you know, you see, if you were to scroll through it, you'd see a lot of side-by-side comparisons and things like that. That's probably my favorite room, to be honest, is the thumbnail room, because thumbnails are just so important. Every week, though, we pick somebody from the community who's just giving amazing advice in response to some of those posts. And this week, I suppose it was Slick Nick. This is somebody that, of course, our community manager handpicked, in fact. So Slick Nick did not submit for an audit. And they're getting picked for being an awesome community member, so huge thanks to you. I'm already seeing a lot of positive things here. Yep. Your logo is awesome. It is S for Slick Nick, and you have you've turned it into a game controller, so very, very themed. I love your banner. It looks awesome. And then we look at the thumbnails, which are also very, very, very vibrant.
Yeah, I need to... Hang on. They're so bright and vibrant, but they're cool.
I wish I had glasses.
Well, I like them. So right away, we get a lot of examples of exactly what we were talking about a little while ago, of making this highly searchable content. Like, Jeff used a great word, cornerstones videos. Like, what are the cornerstones of this channel? Well, right now they're teaching people how to install different data packs and different things for Minecraft. So this person has an understanding with their audience, like, hey, you come here to watch this Minecraft content, and the goal behind that, as you, the viewer, is to play Minecraft. That's why you watch videos on how to fix your sink. You're trying to use your sink and it broke. Well, these folks are trying to play Minecraft and have fun, and this is a channel that provides them value, from time to time, and then shows you other things too, like the latest video here, Minecraft's most broken trend ever. So, interesting conversations going on as well. This is one of those where it's like, it's going to be difficult to give advice because I'm seeing a lot of things I love about the channel. The first thing I'm seeing, though, is that their last video was a week ago, so not a lot of content upload consistency.
I have a beaming, cheesy grin smile at this point, because the 3 types of videos I recommend for gaming channels, and you can extend this to all sorts of channels when you're small and you're trying to get 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers, is trialistical, because then you're putting in a lot of things in a short amount of time, so it keeps the viewer watching. So top 5 best Minecraft data packs, 1,000 views, and how-tos. How to install something, give some real value. The one thing I think this channel is missing right now in terms of a strategy is perhaps a versus type of video. So this might be one block versus another, or one mod versus another, one map versus another. I think that would be the next thing to experiment with, because as you say, Dan, here as well, how to download, how to install. They seem to have a nice little run going on here with the Minecraft tutorials, and then just make sure you try and keep these out of your channel, because I don't think they're really resonating with your audience. Yeah, you did some Mario stuff, but I think you're fully into Minecraft now, so let's stick with that.
Yeah.
For the next 25, 50 videos, especially with these fantastic thumbnails.
If you're going to play something so different as to play Super Mario 3D World, that's a separate channel, and I've seen a lot of creators have a primary channel where they focus on one game, and then a secondary channel that's much smaller, but they do these more open-ended Let's Plays, and that's not the one they're asking us to audit. They're always asking us to audit the main one, the real driver of everything. So I want you to stay focused on Minecraft as much as possible. Versus content's a great idea, and then with Minecraft, the Minecraft community is always expanding. There's always custom content out there, as you know. So top 5 best Minecraft data packs. Are there other things you can curate for your audience? Top 5, top 10, make videos about, because whenever you make a video like that, you're helping people do what they love to do, and that's play Minecraft. And then there's always going to be time to do these other styles of videos that you would like to try as well, like the most broken trend ever. But the biggest thing for you is also going to be to upload at least, I would say, once a week. We're going to need to see some more content to keep this growth going.
Could be the same for this creator as well. Maybe they're in exam season, but once you're past that, let's get into more of these how-tos and listicle Minecraft videos. All right, we're going to go into overdrive a little bit here because what we like to do is just do some channel shout-outs. These aren't necessarily channels that we're going to audit right now, but it doesn't disclude them from being audited from the random part of this live stream later on. So just to give you an idea of how this works, JJ, we're going to let Dan and Jeff do some shout-outs first. So Jeff, can you shout out this channel?
So this is Pile All Rounders. So shout out to them, 364 subscribers. So it looks like they're gaining a bit of traction on exactly whatever it is that they are doing on this channel because their banner doesn't tell me anything. But yeah, congratulations to them. Shout out to you, and hey, keep it going, whatever it might be.
Looks like food challenges to me, Jeff.
Got it.
I thought you were just trying to give yourself a bit of time to quickly look at the thumbnails and work it out, but it's like, nah, I just don't know what this channel's about.
Nah.
Dan, you are shouting out
Roasty Chicken.
Yeah, quality channel name.
Yes, looks like they're doing some Minecraft content as well. So Roasty Chicken, check out the channel we just audited. I would say you can learn a lot from them, and stay tuned as well because we're bound to see another Minecraft channel soon.
And I am going to shout out Captain Meme. What I will say is that it is a phenomenal channel banner, like absolutely perfect.
Love it.
With the MGM Doge in the middle of it. I think you're getting into a competitive space with memes, so you may need to find your little niche within the meme area. And I see you've done some like school funny memes, so that might be something to focus on as a meming channel. All right, JJ, do you get the idea of what we're doing here?
Yes.
All right, so you're going to shout out this channel.
I want to shout out Woobie Yow. This is a channel that's all about wolves, from the banner that gives you the laser focus of a wolf looking in you in the eye. But nope. It's about Minecraft.
Looks to be, yeah. Looks to be.
It's a streaming Minecraft channel. Love the banners. Look at our advice that we just gave to the other Minecraft channel. Niche down a little bit or find a focus. That video that had 1,400 views.
Yeah.
Take some advice from that and do more of that type of content.
These are the two say, what is it, Marvel Contest of Champions. Those two videos did really well. So yeah, that might be your niche as opposed to Minecraft. Dan, you've got
RV Glass Studio, I think. What's going on? There is, I guess it's an art studio. I don't know. I like the channel focus. I'm not super sure about the thumbnails because if it is an art channel, I think they're using a lot more text and they're kind of bearing the lead a little bit here.
Stained glass windows. What do you think of in your mind? You think of really colourful, artistic windows. So the thumbnails should probably look more like a little bit more like that one, for example, and that one. Although I think there's too many faces and peoples in a lot of these. I think there's an opportunity here to really capitalize on the stained glass window market with some better thumbnails.
I agree.
From the banner for a second there, I thought it was Danny DeVito. Just for a real quick second.
Jeff, you know what? I didn't want to
look like him a bit. That's
I didn't want to. I was going to ask that. I thought I was going to do that as a bit of a quiz because you're right. I think that is a dead ringer for Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I was just like, wait a minute, but yeah, it's just very, very similar.
I don't know what it is. Is it the eyebrows?
Could be.
Or the glasses. There's something there.
Yeah,
though.
could be. Yeah.
Also, I don't know who this is, but not only is their face cut off, but on the mobile app they'll be completely cut off. So let's give this person a little more prominent positioning as well on the channel. And I will shout out Genie Pick. This is a Minecraft Bedrock channel telling us exactly what they are in the description. Some interesting thumbnails. They're using text. I think they're using it effectively. I don't know if you need Minecraft Bedrock Edition in all of your thumbnails, perhaps, but you've got a nice little momentum growing there. Each video is very consistent. The titles are, I don't know, maybe there could be a bit more... Let's see. I mean,
less shouty.
well, less shouty, yes, but like a bit how-to tutorial, that type of thing, to give me a bit more communication. Yeah, you're right, Dan, in the sense that not only is the text big and bold, but also the titles are big and bold. There's like they're almost too loud in terms
hard
of
to read
their
them.
pitch. Yeah,
It makes so it's always good to capitalize a couple things for emphasis, but when you capitalize the whole title, then you might as well lowercase the whole title. In my opinion, I think you should try and mix it up a little bit, because whenever I see all caps titles, my eyes go screwy.
All right, then let's go back to the world of Jeff.
Our friend Junk has made an appearance.
Oh my word, John. Right, okay. So
Winner, cheer guy.
whoa.
No, I'm late. Oh,
Right, okay.
no,
So
no.
stop playing. Right. So Jonk, if you don't know, is our resident animator, and somehow he manages to turn these memes into animations within 30 minutes. So let's listen to what we have here.
I'm late. I've lost my headphones. Someone just give me a blank template. Anyone? Are they really just giving him hair? Why don't they need hair? Face, filling in face, shove some glasses on him, a body, arms and legs, for hair, slap him up on his head. All right, bang, done. No.
Thank you, Jonk, as always.
I love that. That's
Love that guy.
Oh dear. I love this person's put a lot of effort into this one, but sometimes less is more. We could spend another hour going through all of these and auditing these channels. But Jeff, since this is, I guess, your show, who do you think we should pick here for an audit?
Let's see here. What else we got? Let's keep on scrolling. Oh man, Tanner Animation with the Rick James. Oh no. Man, I like that one. I don't know if we've done his channel before.
We have audited his channel before, yeah.
Okay, we have audited his channel.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. This one's pretty good too. The greetings from is that Iowa or what?
I don't know where
Okay,
that
It is
no.
Iowa.
Iowa, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that one's pretty good. Looks like me going.
Oh, those are the net ones, right? Okay, I'll have to have a look at them later on. So yeah, Jeff, which one are you going to pick here?
I think this. What is it? Preb. PRE.
This one. Okay. Yeah, I
Let's see
forgot
if he
to
has a
ask you
channel
to
name.
include your channel name, but thankfully you have it on your Twitter handle.
Nice.
So let's have a look at Preb. Vanilla, Minecraft, and bad jokes. All right. I guess when they talk about vanilla, they're meaning like just the base version of Minecraft there, Dan.
So there's no
Yeah.
ice cream.
I do not think this is somebody pouring vanilla ice cream over Minecraft, although that sounds like another satisfying shorts channel if somebody wants to steal that idea.
Confusingly, you can put vanilla ice cream in modded Minecraft, but then it wouldn't be vanilla Minecraft.
Of course. Why wouldn't you be able to?
So we have another Minecraft channel here. I think every gaming channel we've looked at today has been a Minecraft channel so far. So I, at the risk of sounding repetitive, I think we should be doing, well, let's see, it looks like we're doing some tutorials here. Cheap and easy Minecraft fishing. Okay, so you've taught someone how to do, a tutorial, basically, just a fishing tutorial. Early game speedrun challenge. So we're trying some challenge content from a couple days ago. And then there's a lot of shorts with a lot of different stuff going on. So this channel really does need a strategy and a focus, because I think they're just trying all kinds of stuff. And it's going to be kind of rough, because some of these shorts, like the when you die while AFK, they're going to take off. But if you, what's the goal? Were you hoping they'd come back and watch the challenge video? Because time and time again, we've seen that not really pan out, especially for really competitive shorts niches. So, maybe you're just a shorts channel where you post these shorts and you have spiky views and it's fun to just watch them kind of take off and go from there. Or maybe you're a channel that wants to do some of these, challenge type videos. And I think if that's the case, you need to be mixing more of them in. But I don't want to sound repetitive, which is why I'm like kind of stumbling a little bit.
What we're saying here is that we've already looked at some smaller Minecraft channels that are finding success. These are the potential templates you could be looking at for inspiration and ideas going forward. So take a look at, there was Slick Nick, and I think there was another one, but this one I think. It was Genie Pick was another one of a similar ilk.
I'd say for this channel and the one we were looking at, thumbnails could be improved a little bit, because we got a lot of text on these and the focus is really zoomed out, just like in your challenge here.
Yeah.
It's about a speed run, but a speed run would probably imply getting to the end, like killing the Ender Dragon or something, but you've kind of, just put a question mark on a house silhouette. And I'm not really sure, are you speedrunning a build or are you trying to finish the game in a set amount of time? So the thumbnail needs to mimic the title in a certain way. They need to complement each other.
You are right in that gut instinct reaction, like you're just scrolling through a feed, you see two Minecraft videos. Which one are you going to click on? A thumbnail like this or a thumbnail like this? And that's the challenge you have in such a competitive space with Minecraft.
Keep in mind, every channel we've looked at that's a gaming channel today has been Minecraft, and that just speaks to how competitive that space is.
Yeah. All right.
Consider doing a thumbnail for your shorts anyway. That's because if someone doesn't discover it in the shorts, if it doesn't make the short shelf, it's still searchable. And having a nice thumbnail will make it increase your click-through rate opportunities.
Correct. All right, then. We're finally at the random selection channel stage. This is where all of the people who've submitted with these two forms, where we have 350 submissions and 370 submissions, so like over 700 submissions, we're going to use this random number picker to pick some of those channels. So I think 380 is going to work. So we press that and then we press this button and we're going to pick channel number 11. And since we've just been talking about gaming channels, we'll start with a non-gaming channel here. And we don't know what this is going to be now. This is completely random. So we're going to take Code Red Conversations. We're going to load up this channel and hopefully we can offer some of our advice. All right. So it looks like it's situational awareness, focusing on, like, I guess, interactions with the police. So this already has me thinking about how you need to make sure you're treading the right line of community guidelines and restricted content, because I'm seeing some, I guess, difficult things to approach here. And so this is going to be quite difficult for us to audit, but are there any sort of general thoughts here that we can see from the channel? Or is it something that maybe we're not going to be able to cover too much?
I don't want to get into any subject matter myself, kind of on with you, Rob. But what I will say, general YouTube advice: these thumbnails have quite a lot of text and elements in it.
Correct. Yeah, we'd agree with that. There's some very sensitive subjects here. So beyond the heavy text and making sure that you're approaching these topics in a very considered manner, I think it's a little tough for us to take this any further, isn't it? Not that there isn't an audience for everything on YouTube, but we just need to be careful with all of the people who are watching here. Jeff, you wanted to maybe add something?
Well, there's still some general things that definitely work. Like Dan touched on the clutter and the thumbnails that can be cleaned up a bit. If, let's say, they're talking about, for instance, this is their title, police station firebombed. Which police station? What city was it in? Make it searchable. Right. So if you're going to do the title, make sure you're using at least a bit of the keyword research. These are just general tips and advice. Obviously, this is a very sensitive subject, so we have to be careful, and growth within this particular space can be difficult. So just make sure that you're not naive as a creator to what you're talking about. It might not be advertiser friendly, things of that nature, and that might not matter to this creator. This is important stuff that needs to be spoken about. So a lot of respect for putting yourself out there and doing that. But there's always going to be some tips and tricks that can apply to almost any channel. So those are some of the things that I think that they should definitely be doing if they're not already doing it, making sure that they are paying attention to those keywords, making sure that they are talking about things and at least titling and putting thumbnail strategy into it that's going to get people to want to click, especially the audience on YouTube that is looking at these types of stories.
So if we just hold the channel here and ignore the content of the channel, all I'm seeing here is red and yellow text. And really, as somebody scrolling through the feed, you also want to be focusing on the, I guess, the illustrations of whatever it is the creator is wanting to talk about. I do apologize if we can't really go too much more into detail here, but I hope you found what we suggested useful there, Code Red Conversations. So let's move on to the next channel, and we'll do a gaming channel this time. It's going to be 331. Let's see what we get this time. It is PW Plays. All right, let's bring that up. Dan, is it going to be a Minecraft channel?
I saw it already in the description. It is a Minecraft channel.
Oh, wonderful stuff. All right, some very basic stuff here. I can't read any of the text on any of the thumbnails. That needs fixing first.
I think also the thumbnails, well, I can speak from experience here. I've tried to take thumbnail screenshots using a shader pack, and it is very, very difficult to, even using Photoshop, to make them like pop versus just using flat Minecraft without a shader pack. I would turn your shaders off when you're taking your thumbnail images, make your characters nice and big, make them take up the frame. So just some general thumbnail advice. And then going back to just this conundrum today with every single gaming channel being a Minecraft channel, every single one of these Minecrafters has to do something that the other is not. They need to find some way to stand out if they want maximum growth potential. And we only say that being the people that you come to say, hey, what can I do to grow? I want to grow. I want to be a YouTuber. And that's literally what you can do. You can also do videos where you're just hanging out with your friends, episode 1 through 12 through 20 through 100. You know, you can do those chill Let's Plays, but those you're not going to cast a very wide net because that sea is already full of small fish. You know, you're going to need high value content. You're going to need an approach to Minecraft that other people aren't taking. And a great example of this is BlockFacts. I want you to pay attention to the Tube Talk podcast because in the coming weeks, we actually spoke to BlockFacts. If you don't know who they are, just type in BlockFacts in your search bar. You'll be amazed at the way they found such a simple yet effective niche within Minecraft, and they were able to stand out, and blew up in such a short amount of time. Of just a few months, got 1 million subscribers. So there's potential here to blow up in Minecraft. You just need to have the proper approach.
Yeah, all of these videos are title-wise, they're describing their experiences of the game that they're playing. And without that entrenched, built-up community, and with it not being searchable, it ultimately does come down to that question. I know this may sound a little abrupt, but do I care? And I just put yourself in the viewer's perspective. Like, do I care about PD plays building a house in a city-state in Meloneycraft? What is that?
It's a server, I think.
It's a server, yeah. And just right now, unfortunately, not yet. But if you tell people how to build a house in a city-state, then maybe that's more searchable and more appealing to people who are just wanting to learn how to play Minecraft a little bit more. And that's not directed at you specifically, PW Plays. It's a challenge and a struggle that all small creators have, whether it be gaming, whether it be tech, whether it be beauty. It's thinking first about your audience rather than trying to tell an audience you haven't really connected with yet about your day or your experiences, because there's not that relationship that's been built up. Let's move on to the next non-gaming channel here, and hopefully we can get JJ and Jeff involved a little bit more here on this one. All right, this is a non-gaming channel. Yeah. All right, I don't think we've ever audited this channel, but Darren's General Info is one of those people who always hunts out my videos before they're published so he can post that he's posting from the future. You know, like when a video's unlisted and he finds it and posts a comment. So I think this person is well deserving of a channel audit. So Jeff and JJ, I'm going to throw this one over to you. What generally do you think we're seeing here?
From the beginning, I would want, it's Darren, so it's a person that you decided to use a logo for your profile image, and what's always going to do better, unless it's a faceless channel, is of a person, you connect more. It's Darren's general information, so I know it's the perspective of one person. So if I knew what Darwin is, that's what I'd stand out with. I'd be for connecting with the viewer and the audience perspective. People connect with people. Even if you're giving me information, I connect to the person giving me information. The banner, I don't know what is general, so it's about everything. Yeah. But then when I go down and look at the channel, it looks like it's really like science, and looks like it's really science and tech and sort of sciencey sort of content. Even though you say it's general, it's really unique to just either science or biology sort of. It's really science related.
Let's
so that's what you say so.
I'm going to sort by most popular and see if there's any strong trends coming out here. And Einstein's Brain, Google, Two Oceans Meet. So there's a bit of science, there's a bit of nature, there's a bit of sport. It's one of those channels that, just maybe hasn't quite got the focus there yet, has it?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things where, and I mean, that's how they're approaching it, obviously. I mean, it's Darren's General Info, so they're obviously the opposite of niching into a particular type of content. Not sure how long it's taken them to get to this point, to the 3.7 K subs, but That's just one of the things that we kind of got to be careful with. The other thing is something we've been talking about the whole stream is the use of small text, the overuse of text. Because let's take for instance, what is mucormycosis and what are its symptoms? We literally have that in the thumbnail as well.
Yeah,
it's like we don't have to have the same title in the thumbnail. The thumbnail is your second opportunity to say something there if you're going to use text to really bring people in. So obviously you have your keywords in the title, great, but you don't have to do the same thing in the thumbnails. You can try something else, like they have must watch. Cool, right? But just kind of rethink it. I like how they did the how are cyclones formed, even though the title is similar, just worded differently, but it's simpler. It's less text. It's, it's only 4 words. So is this real or fake? But then they have giant moon appears, then disappears. I would just have left it with, is this real or fake? Just kind of simplify that.
I was looking at this one and thinking maybe you could put the year in, but blur it out so you can't actually read it on the thumbnail, but you know what it's kind of alluding to. Or maybe it's like a little scratch of a number in a corner that you can't read, but there's an arrow pointing to it, which kind of leads you in there. So yeah, I think definitely regurgitating, I call this, regurgitating the title on the thumbnail is generally never a good idea, unless I think some educational channels can get away with it if you're just telling somebody how to do something and you want that text as big as possible so people can't miss it. But yeah, being a little more, I guess, intriguing with the titles is something to look at there. So hopefully, Darren, you've got a lot of info there. Sorry, who was that?
No, I was going to say, can I give you quick little advice? I would recommend you says knowledge. From this quick little audit, I can tell now you're giving people a little bit of unique advice about random things. If you want to say that random information, insights, something like that would be nice to add on your, so I know what I'm getting into, because until we went through this audit, I didn't know what I was getting into with your banner. So now I know, so yeah. So I would audit that banner and make it more specific and let people know what they're doing. And we don't look at the video quality, but it can be something in the video quality that's getting him up to 3,700 subscribers. So something in there is making people want to stay on and watch and subscribe.
Ready for another Minecraft channel, Dan?
Yes, always.
All right, then. Let's do this. Let's do this. What we're going to find. Oh, Tucker's Tricks.
Man, where's all my Age of Empires channels at?
Yeah.
Where are my Age of Empires creators at, man?
Oh, hang on.
They're all stuck in GameSpy loading menus.
Exactly.
Let me try it again. Here we go. Right, I've got the right channel this time. Oh, hang on.
That's not a gaming channel.
Hang on.
That's a channel about a cat.
This is a gaming channel.
No, it's not.
Is the cat gaming?
Oh, all right. I'll give him. I will give him a pass here because I did lock the other channel audit form by accident to begin with. So, Tucker's Tricks. This is a Cat's Shorts channel, I think. So yeah, we can all chime in, Dan. It's not just a Minecraft channel here.
Not just a Minecraft channel.
I like it, man. So we're talking. So this is dedicated shorts, right? Like all the videos are shorts.
Yeah, this is one where it's really frustrating that sometimes YouTube doesn't allow you to choose a custom thumbnail, because if it just picks the wrong thumbnail, like stray cat slaps us. Oh, the cat's just at the top there. I can't really see it. That can be quite frustrating. Where obviously you want an image of a cat like reaching out with a claw, ready to give you a bit of a pasting.
Yep. I like it. Oscar playing dead. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's a good example. But why didn't that one get any views?
Exactly. That's so interesting. So that might be what's happening, because I didn't follow how many subscribers I had, but I know at a certain point they'll start letting you pick. Is it 100 subscribers or is it 30 days or when's that opened up to where you can start even just choosing your own screenshot?
Well, on Shorts, even if you choose a different one, it still uses the default one. You have no choice whatsoever.
Oh,
on Shorts,
okay.
yeah. Unless you're using a custom thumbnail, which then it can be seen on desktop as normal.
I've noticed they favor the middle-ish of the video, so I've re-edited videos and re-uploaded them to see what I would get. Just moving some B-roll around. That can be frustrating, but it could make a huge difference in terms of getting that click.
What I've heard some people do is that they upload the short and then they see the timestamp of when it picks the thumbnail, and then they go back and re-edit the video and put in a thumbnail which is like maybe a second long, so that it default picks, that thumbnail, which I think is like, it's an interesting idea, but you're completely ruining your short just to crowbar in a custom thumbnail. I was thinking on some of these, because the title is so important in a short, that's the one thing you do control.
Yep.
Maybe YouTube can't work out that it is maybe a cat. I mean, it should do, knowing from the video, but maybe just including the cat emphasis in the title is going to help them a little bit more on some of these shorts.
Yeah, like
Oscar.
My Cat Oscar, because Oscar doesn't tell us.
He has more space. You get more. You get 100 characters, I think. He's not using them all.
True,
only
but
kept it at
on
50.
shorts, you are very limited. On shorts, I think you don't want to go any more than 35 characters because then it does get cut off. Because it's, it's a vertical thumbnail, I guess. So there's a lot less text to play with.
That's why shorts should always be last, too, because it's okay if that gets cut off.
Yes. Yeah, good point, Dan. Which I think they're already doing here as well.
I know they're a shorts channel, but with pet channels, the most successful ones I've seen always make the pet or pets the heroes of the channel. So they'll give the channel a cute name like Oscar the Cat, or Tucker's Tricks is a great example, but I haven't seen Tucker show up in any of these recent videos.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
You know, I'm sure Tucker's there plenty. See, yeah, maybe a little later on.
There's Tucker down there.
Yeah.
Tucker reveal at 1,000 subs.
So the other thing I was going to say,
feline reveal.
We've tried this stray cat thing for a number of shorts now, and one took off, or I guess a few did take off, but they've just keep trying the stray cat content, and I don't know. I would have liked to see more of those get views. So it's a matter of also experimenting a bit more.
Here's a trend I'm seeing. Whenever they do like a high five or a fist pump, these are like the best performing videos, like cat tricks. There's a high five going on there, high five going on there, high five going on there. Maybe you could invent create a channel where you just go and find stray cats in your neighborhood and high five them all and record shorts of them. I know it sounds crazy, but that's where we are with shorts right now.
Well, that video isn't even a short, the biggest one.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's true.
So you could make different videos about teaching your cat how to high five and things like that. You know, you could make a whole channel like that.
All right. This might be a gaming channel this time. Channel number 11. Oh, roasted chicken. So this is one. This is the first time.
That never happens.
This is the first time when we've said we'll shout out a channel, but it doesn't disclude them from being actually audited. And now this is proof of it. So, roasted chicken. Was this a Minecraft? It was a Minecraft channel.
Oh, dear Lord. I was hoping for at least a Contra channel or Excitebike or something.
You would have thought it would be like Farmville or something as well, being roasted chicken, or like a KFC video game channel, but apparently not.
KFC video, that's funny.
That would have been so awesome.
All right, Dan, over to you.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you've lost the will to live.
No, I haven't. I'm just afraid the gaming creators that I'm auditing today, don't lose the will to live, because I've just been, droning on about this. But hello, another Minecraft channel. And what's this channel doing that no other Minecraft channel has tackled yet? I do like that today. I will say the Minecraft channels we've seen today, for the most part, have been trying things at least once in a while, if not
I'll
a whole
give
bunch.
you that. Yeah, they've all been trying. Yeah, that's a good point.
They're all doing very interesting things, but you constantly need to be trying to step it up and up and up, whether it's your thumbnails, your titles. There's a new update for Minecraft coming out, and as a Minecraft player, you have access to that content early, through snapshots and things like that. You should be doing experiments with every single block that Mojang's releasing into the game, so you can find different things to make content around. You should be trying to get ahead of that. There's so much to this game, so it's always about what's your approach to it, what's your way of covering Minecraft that no one else is doing before. But that said, Minecraft Cactus Bug, that looks really interesting, got 2,000 views. Not a lot of other shorts have done that. The Quicksand one got a bunch of views. And it's always that simple stuff too. That stuff that someone can look at and go, the thumbnail, it's clicking with me right away. This bug disintegrates cactuses. I got to see how to do it. I need to know more. I know what quicksand is. I can see the sand kind of sinking a little bit. So it's always that light bulb moment. And that's not a shorts thing. That's just across YouTube. So what can you do to make your title and thumbnail complement each other? I know I'm just throwing random advice darts at a wall right now, but I think that if you take all of it and stitch it together throughout what I've been saying all day, there's a lot of helpful stuff there for Minecraft channels.
All right, we got 10 minutes left. Can we get the channel to 891,000 subscribers?
Oh.
Go on. Go on, you know you want to. If you're finding a lot of value and you haven't clicked the red button. Yep.
Only 29 subs.
29 to go. Oh. All right. If you do, shall we say if we do, we'll go on for another 10 minutes? Is anyone willing to commit to that? All right.
Sure. I can do that.
Cool.
That's another few Minecraft channels, my friend.
177 is the next channel. Right. We're looking at an entertainment channel here. Let's see what we have. Hang on. Why does my copy and paste not work sometimes? Let's try that again. Copy and a paste.
Oh, is it voice activated?
There we go. No, I'm just telling myself what to do. Right, a Namori fan. I assume Namori is some popular animation of some description. But the channel itself, I am a little lost on its channel focus. I'm seeing some Roblox stuff. Too many questions. I'm not sure what that is. What is my future? So Dan, this kind of irks you a little bit, doesn't it? Where people are doing community content for a relatively small community because it's just you're just not there yet, and you maybe should be doing this in live streams when you've hit 1,000 subscribers, giving value back in that sense.
Not only that, the one gaming channel that's not Minecraft posted on the wrong form.
Is this a game? It's kind of. Is it?
I don't know.
It
lacks channel focus. I think they're kind of trying games amongst other things. I just thought it'd be funny. But yes, I think everybody's watching right now, if you've ever experimented with community-driven content, and that's like the thank you for 100 subs kind of videos, those are, while they're fine to do, they're not going to hurt you. You shouldn't do those in place of your regular upload schedule. If your goal is to grow, I think wait till you unlock the community tab for those more celebratory things, and make it more about your audience. When you do all these community videos and they're all about you, it's kind of, I think it takes something away from the channel.
I still don't know what this channel is generally about.
It does seem like a channel that's just trying a lot of different things, and then it becomes a question of what were you hoping to get out of an audit from us? Well,
in the chat they said they do whatever they want.
Oh right. Well.
There you go.
Then make another. Then the answer to that is make another 100 videos on whatever you want, and then analyze the data and see if you can work out what from whatever you want to make might focus on a particular audience who is then going to help and grow your channel.
Yep. Channel focus is everything.
Yeah, that's the lowest common denominator. We'll go back to channel focus if we're not sure where your channel is right now. I'm going to stick on the non-gaming because that kind of had some gaming elements to it. And this one I think was it a bodybuilding site? Oh no, maybe not. I must have missed. Hang on. World building. Sorry, not bodybuilding. I completely misread this channel. All right, extracting writing lessons from amazing stories. So yeah, Jeff and JJ, sorry if you've been left out a little bit. If there's anything you want to pick up on this channel, what do we have?
I'm struggling with figuring out what it's about.
I think they're helping people write stories. So that would like world building, meaning like, these are writers trying to tell a story. And
when you think of like Star Wars and Game of Thrones, there's a world that's a humongous world that's been built around it. So that's what my guess is, based on these different themes and topics.
Yeah, this is very, very niche.
Yeah,
it's
which is
like
good.
Writing within writing. Yeah, no, it's very good because it approaches a very particular topic for writers, which is specifically world building. Obviously, world building is super important for writing because it's what causes that it creates that immersiveness into a story. Some writers do it very well, some don't. Some focus on the human or the person's aspect or point of view. But when you can introduce a world to it, it makes the experience that much better. This is just for me as someone who used to read a lot. Now I do most of my reading via audiobooks, but world building is still super, super important. So looks like what they're doing here is taking lessons from other stories, like from other, looks like it's a lot of games because there's Magic the Gathering and Outer Worlds, and maybe it's different stories or different anime. So maybe that's what they're doing. They're taking those stories and the world building techniques in there and sort of reinterpreting them so that writers can learn lessons from it. This is what I'm assuming taking away from it.
Yeah, looks that way. So that world building seems to be your keyword, the pillar on which your channel is built upon. I'm just thinking back to what JJ mentioned, probably about 90 minutes ago now. It was the concept of, because as you say, some of these are quite niche or not popular right now, like Magic the Gathering. I think that's got a constant level of popularity. But then Outer Worlds, I think that's an older video game, or Outer Wilds, older video game perhaps. And some of these I haven't heard of. So maybe there is an opportunity if you have an interest in something that's more popular or trending. I mean, I'm obviously going to say Marvel or what's the other, DC, like the latest film release. But that might be too obvious, and maybe you don't want to go mainstream in that sense. But it might bring more of an audience into your content. But some very healthy numbers here for the size of the channel. And I guess with silence, it means we're ready to move on to the next channel. So we will do so. And this is channel 167 within... I've removed the... hang on a second. I just need to fix that. I have removed the gaming form. Sorry, Dan. I must have got so frustrated with all the Minecraft channels that I actually just removed a form.
Rename this form.
I'm just bringing it on screen again now. There we go. Right, so...
You should actually fork these out again and do a gaming... regular channel, not regular channel, sorry, but other channels that aren't gaming, and then Minecraft.
Yeah, there should be a Minecraft specific form.
Yeah, give it its own category.
Yeah. Blimey. We're going meta there in the channel audit world. All right, so this is that right? Have we not audited a non-Minecraft channel yet? In the strictest sense of the term. All right. So we go from Minecraft to the thing that I still have no clue about, which is Gacha Life, but it seems to be a huge niche. I didn't even realize this was a game.
My daughter loves Gacha Life.
Do you know anything about it?
Can we bring your daughter on and maybe she can audit this channel?
That's what I would have to do, because I don't either. I just know she's big on Gacha Life.
Well, let's look at a couple things here that jump out immediately. We have way more views than subscribers on, I think, every one of these videos.
Yeah.
So
that is true.
Their shorts video that I see here is smaller than most of their long form videos. So that's very interesting. Undertale reacts to if hate from Glitch Tail had a voice. So are these always Undertale reacts to? And are you Undertale?
Yeah, that looks like the again the key title formation, which is helping, I guess, for discovery.
Yeah. So then it becomes, I think, the easiest thing we could say here is more content. 8 months ago, it was, I guess, the channel start, and we have a video from 3 days ago. So there's only 12 videos in all that time. Is it possible for you to make more? You know, a lot sooner, one every week or 2 weeks at least, so you can continue this growth, because this is fantastic for view counts. I also think you should be perhaps experiment with calls to action in your videos, just to get people to subscribe. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're missing that. The other thing, too, is a lot of dislikes on some of these videos, just looking at vidIQ's tool here. So maybe you go into these videos expecting that, but if you're kind of, wondering what's going on, I would pay attention to your comments, try and see if there's a common thread going on where sometimes your take is disagreeable for some reason. Maybe you can work on that somehow. But these are all little tweaks. I would like to see the sub count higher. Maybe you're getting your views from external. That could be part of the issue here.
Interesting. So this, and shout out to Pox Muffin in the chat who brought up a good point here, that this seems more like a reaction channel than it does a gaming channel. Maybe they're reacting to gaming, this game itself, but they might want to start looking at reaction channels as far as not really topic research, but sort of kind of what works, like title strategy, thumbnail strategy, stuff like that. That might help. I mean, just a thought here, but because every title or almost all titles are Undertale reacts, this is leading me down this road here.
It looks like it's a big search term on YouTube as well. Just how many, You know, I haven't even completed reacts on the
All
search.
right, I'm about to
now.
download this game. I'm about to do a little bit of research here.
Yeah.
See what this is about.
I was agreeing with you, Dan, as well, in the sense that you could maybe do a call to action at the end of all of your videos. What do you want me to react to next? And then you're tapping directly into your fan base for the next video. And yeah, I was wondering about the likes and dislikes. I'm wondering if this is one of those things where there's a very passionate community and they can respond very strongly to this type of thing. So that might not necessarily be a bad thing. It's just the nature of the the topic that you're operating in. So that is Gacha Life Reacts. Right, it's now 2 minutes past 1. So I'm going to refresh the screen, and if we've got 891, then we'll stay on for maybe another 10 minutes if all are happy to do so. We made it. We made it, everybody. Thank you all. All right, let's do a couple more. We're going to choose 279. This is a non-gaming channel. Let's see what we've got next. Nurgling. Hang on a second.
War gaming. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Are you in the right form?
Is this board gaming?
It said war gaming was what they called their channel description.
Yeah, so that's cool. It's Space Marines, it's Warhammer, it's that type of thing. All right. Well, congratulations on your verified status for a 2,000 subscriber channel.
Awesome.
That's
nice.
How old is the channel? Is it one of those 2016? So maybe it wasn't one of those former gaming channels that got the verification symbol. Anyway, cracking fantasy and science fiction content for the discerning wargamer. I just want to say this. Just briefly looking at the channel banner, that looks like a collection of rusty coins. When I first saw it, now I can see the models a little bit more, but I think that channel banner needs updating or improving because the colours are just so washed out there. But anyway, we are looking at a channel which I think is making shorts based on models. Like Space Crusade, Hero Quest, Warhammer, Games Workshop, that type of stuff. And
a podcast as well?
Oh, there's a podcast in there. Also, there's we talk about the contrast of topics. Here's a contrast of time lengths. Oh, I enjoyed this 20-second short. I'm going to subscribe. Oh, 100 minutes worth of a podcast. It's just one of those challenges, is it, with it when you mix shorts and long form content on one channel.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if the podcast should be on a separate channel, and maybe you could do small clips from it, for this
on here,
channel.
Possibly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just check what the channel's about. So your friendly guide to Old Hammer, Warhammer, that type of thing. I feel as if the titles are a little bit weak. I would describe these as file names rather than titles, in the sense that when you render your video, you type in this title so that you know where to store it in a folder. But that doesn't necessarily translate into something really appealing for a potential audience to click on. So I'm wondering how you can write a better title than Chaos Dwarves, Goblins and Orcs.
Can you scroll down a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. Dan.
Just a little tiny bit. Okay, I was just trying to see the view counts of some of these. Because I noticed there's a couple videos that really took off that were not shorts, where they're talking more about gaming from a different aspect. It's not a podcast. It was just them talking about a certain subject within the niche. And that seemed to do really well. Let's see here. Why Space Crusade is so great would be an example of one. Now, it's an older video, but it's you kind of giving a review, and I just wonder if there's more of that type of content you could be doing.
Cool Breaking Bad style thumbnails there. I'm not sure if it's relevant now, but nice. See, why are we seeing more thumbnails like that? I think with a detail of a model and then some nice big text, I feel as if that works better than just a mass of stuff which isn't really identifiable on screen. But that's just my personal thought. I don't know what the Warhammer market is for these types of thumbnails. Final words to Jeff and JJ, and then we'll maybe move on.
Yeah, for the models, if we're going to be doing those thumbnails for sure, just grab one, take an up close shot, and let that really speak for itself on the thumbnail. Because some of these, you got to understand, when you have a bunch of them in the picture, it does get lost. Same thing happened in the channel banner. So I would definitely just kind of pull up close, pull one out if you can, or even if it's just a little square with 3 of them, whatever it is, but just simplify it a little bit.
I agree. Like bring it up one image close and then brighten it. Add contrast but brighten it. And look at other channels that show there's better. The show is more clear, and then emulate that. Whatever contrasting and brightness and things like that. It's really dark.
I have a suggestion for this channel. Buy 2 high temperature lights, so like CFL lights. Get one of those rotating turntables. Put the model on that and just let it rotate around and like for 10 seconds. And maybe add some text to it. I think that'll be a really cool idea for shorts.
Yep, I've seen channels do something similar, and it's worked very, very well.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have a couple minutes still, so we'll pick another channel, and this is going to be... Was that the same number? Oh, that's freaky. But
what are the odds?
Yeah, it's not so random, but oh well. Let's pick this channel. They have 1,000 subscribers, and I'm confident, Dan, this is going to be our first non-Minecraft channel of the day, and it is the Midnight Minutes. So I guess, is that emphasizing that it's a shorts channel?
It could.
Seems to be. Now, you've talked about this before, Dan. I remember back in 2020, when you bought a VR headset yourself, you were saying like VR could potentially be the future on YouTube as the market grows. And I think there have been some VR channels that have really capitalized on that. Maybe, again, we're saying the same thing for shorts, that they're going to try, this channel's trying to leverage the VR within shorts.
They could, they very well could be. And I mean, to some success. We got shorts here with 1,000 to 2,000 views. And it does look like, since they're using VR chat, they've managed to take, somehow the very wide frame of reference you get in a VR headset and make it into
from 360 into not 360 at all.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. Science, tech, education versus weird. Short. So there's a lot of different things there in the about section. And it looks like you're primarily just a VR chat channel. So maybe you're doing all of those things within VR chat, but your description isn't super clear on that. But definitely, if not, I definitely focus in on VR chat. I think what you need to do is look at some trends in this community, because it's very popular and you have access, whereas anyone who wants to get access to this needs to have a VR headset. They need to have space in their physical home to actually, get to like play around in VR chat and things like that. So it's a higher barrier to entry than, say, Minecraft, which everybody owns and also records. So you have that in your corner. Look at the trends in that community and then try to see what you can do to continue coming up with new and exciting ideas.
Awesome stuff. I'm just trying to squeeze in one more channel. There's nothing personal against that VR channel. So we had a minute left. So sorry, Dan, what was that?
I was accepting my Oscar and the music started playing.
All right, this is probably going to be the final channel of a Night Owls session. Messages from beyond. So astrology, tarot readings, I guess. Yeah, that type of thing. So whenever I see one of these channels, my instant thought is, and I may be aging myself here, but whenever I used to pick up a daily newspaper, there would always be like your astrology readings for that day. And then I always feel as if YouTube channels should try and emulate that in some way, like your daily astrology readings or your tarot card readings. This channel isn't currently doing that right now. So that might be a strategy. You could maybe probably squeeze that into shorts as well. Imagine if you did a daily reading for each of the star signs. There's like 12 pieces of content there every single day. Anyway, I'm going off into a bit of a tangent, so I'll open it up to the three of you with any other thoughts about this channel.
My first initial thought is it needs to work on searchable content. The titling, a lot of it is not something that I would be searching for. And when you're a new channel, you always have to be careful with titling your video so people can discover it. So discussion series, and this is an issue with people who have a series or have a some content that's just going to talk about one focus, they make the mistake of putting that series title in the title itself, and that leaves off space on telling us what's in there, what's this specific in there that's searchable that you talk about in the so that's my first thing, is that you get more views. Oh, Gabrielle for Tanoda. Okay, interesting. So how are you? I don't know how this person is like getting the channel, the views. They have a bunch of them. There's specific readings with specific people. So I don't know if those people are famous and how they're getting so much views for those types of readings.
I've sorted by most popular because the videos that get the most views is where I guess they're doing a psychic reading of maybe another YouTuber or of so you know, they can attach some name clout, I guess, which is an interesting idea. I guess, is this channel not able to do that on a regular basis? Because those are clearly the videos that bring in quite a few views. They've done a couple actually. I guess maybe it's the influence of the other person there doing a psychic reading of that can bring them into the audience. Any other thoughts?
This always applies. The thought in your head when you're going to make the video is who cares, right? So when you make that video, you have to start thinking about the fact, okay, if I make this video, who's going to care, right? So that's a thing where this is why 5 minutes is what I'll say, at the very least, 5 minutes of a little bit of research into a particular topic. Is there a wave of traffic already on YouTube for this, where I could get pulled into search, where I can get pulled into suggested? Is there any of that available? How can I make something that can tap into that? That's the who cares, right? So who cares about this? Like if I'm going to choose, I'm not going to throw any random set of headphones on my channel. When I'm looking at my next video, I'm looking at what are people asking for? What are people searching for? What's fresh and new and coming out that has a wave of traffic around it? Whether it's here, India, Asia, doesn't matter. I'm looking at where that traffic pattern is. If it looks good, then I'm going to put that on my channel. I'm not just going to take anything. And I think a lot of people need to kind of start thinking about that little bit of research, take that approach to it, whether it's psychic readings, whether it's gaming, whatever it might be. Look at kind of what's there. Who's going to care about this? Are there people who want to watch this? You have to find that balance of content that people want to watch versus the content that you want to make. And if you can find that middle ground, that Venn diagram where it comes together, then that's awesome. So I think that's going to be something that I think they should probably think about a little bit. It might work well for them, but just really finding that, that topic per se inside of their expertise of psychic astrology and all that stuff, that might work. It could be talking about celebs, which they've done before. I think that could be a strong way to go forward.
Yeah, they have so many niches: psychic readings, mediumship, astrology, shamanship, tarot, oracle. It's just too much. It could be they need to focus in and find what works the best, and then go with that, like you said. And then Rob, when you were just doing that search, what you said was actually there. There are people who do like tarot readings just for astrology. So I'm a Virgo, so I saw a Virgo tarot reading. So even though that's not me, it's another person who's a Virgo, it's still relevant to me because we share that sign. So that may be something that they want to explore if they're going to do astrology, because that's working. Because those are the ones that are, when you type that up, they're the ones that are populating at the top of the search. So that's a format to consider.
That is the Night Owl session. And folks, do you agree that if we have 892,000 subscribers on Screen Refresh, we'll stay another hour?
Wait, what?
Let's find out. Did we get there? Oh, we're 972 subscribers short. I'm afraid we're going to have to call it a day for this week. JJ, I want to say thank you very much for joining us this week. Let's just give you a little bit more of a plug here. Tell us who you are, where you are, and where we can find you on the internets.
Sure, my name is JJ Ghatt. You can find me at jjghatt.com, actually, where you'll see my YouTube channel. And also, if you're on Clubhouse, you can find me on moderating the Talking YouTube by vidIQ rooms, or the Rising YouTuber Club, which is a room that I founded in a club that I founded in Clubhouse, dedicated to helping small and rising creators on YouTube be their best self. So yeah, that's it. And if you're interested in Pinterest marketing, using Pinterest to market your YouTube channel, definitely check out my channel because I got lots of tips there for you.
Give everybody, give Jay a thank you, JJ a thank you in the chat, please, everybody, as we say some goodbyes. And I'm going to start with you, Jeff. Who are you saying goodbye to this week?
Let's say goodbye to AB Arte Diseño y Más in the chat. We've also got Cuba Normal up in the chat as well, so bye to you. And last but not least, we've got the Beast Hunters in there as well.
And Dan, who are your Cheerios for this week?
I'm going to say goodbye to all of the Minecraft channels that are watching equally. So goodbye to you. And then let's say goodbye to Cody Hindsight. Let's say goodbye to Yahai Champ, Robin Hahn, and Super Jumper, but there's no R at the end of Jumper. I think they ran out of characters.
And I am going to say goodbye to the following people. That includes the... Stop scrolling. Spidey Frank, Irish on 0 ping. Wow, that's good ping for you out there over in Ireland. You must be getting perfect headshots with that kind of ping. Has Kumar Learn Excel in Mins? Super Jump. Oh, yeah, you said Super Jumper without the R. We've also got Occupy Clan, Darth Cheese, but we have a foreigner Darth. Mystic Matt, Way North Drones, and last but not least, we could never do this live stream without this user has been put in timeout. Folks, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you for the last couple of hours. Do make sure to join myself, Dan, and Emily for another phenomenal 2-hour chat on all things legal and copyright-wise with YouTube. I think, Dan, we're focusing on shorts permissions tomorrow. Is that right?
You know how people can use your content in their shorts now, and that's just on by default? We're going to talk all about that and answer your questions.
Lovely stuff. Make sure to like this video if you haven't already done so, but I think with 732 likes and 277 concurrent viewers, you've already done that. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and we will see you very, very soon. Dan, you're on screen. Wave awkwardly. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your video making day.